down when you mix with the best
What I am is what's in me, and I'll stay strong, that's who I'll be. And I will always be the best me that I can be. There's only one me I am in. Have a dream, I'll follow it. It's up to me to try. Oh, I'll keep my head up high, keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, I'll be getting stronger. And nothing gonna bring me down. Never gonna stop, gotta go. Because I know I'll be getting stronger. What I am is 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 what I am is.
down when you mix with the best
So gonna keep our heads up high, keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, just keep getting stronger. Ain't nothing gonna bring us down. Never giving up, gotta go. Because I know I'll be getting stronger. Hold my head up high, keep on reaching high. Never gonna stop, I'll keep getting stronger. Never gonna bring me down, never give it up, gotta go. Yeah, I'll keep getting stronger. Yeah, I'll keep getting stronger, 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 strong, 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 yeah, strong, 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 yeah, strong, 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 yeah, strong, 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 strong. What I am is what's in me. And I'll stay strong, that's who I'll be. And I will always be the best me that I can be. There's only one me I am in. Have a dream, I'll follow it. It's up to me to try. Oh, I'ma keep my head up high, keep on reaching high. I'm never gonna quit, I'll keep getting stronger. And never gonna bring me down. Never gonna stop, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger, 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 stronger. What I am is stronger. What I am is what I am is what I am is what I am is and what I am is and what I am is nothing I can't achieve because in myself I believe in you. Gonna keep our heads up high, never gonna quit, stronger. Ain't nothing gonna bring us down. Never giving up, gotta go because I know I'll keep getting stronger. 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 What I am is 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 what you are, yeah. What you are, yeah. Nothing I can't achieve because of myself. I believe in you. Hold my head up high, keep on reaching high. I'm never gonna stop. I'll keep getting stronger.
What's good? What's good? GBA Radio, you tapped in. I am your host with the most, the real Slim Baller. What's good, GBA Nation? What's up with y'all? Let y'all scroll in here, find y'all seats, know what I'm saying? And all our new people that come through on the daily, know what I'm saying? That want to ride with us and don't want to ride with us and all that, know what I'm saying? But hey, we back to the music tonight, know what I'm saying? And we're going to hit y'all with some videos. We're going to spill a little tea on some video magic a little bit, know what I'm saying? Do some good little graphic stuff behind the scene. You know, we had one of our subs hit us up, and the dude Patrick, it ain't like we annoyed you, brother, man. We still getting used to how all these different apps have their little chat filters and stuff set up and so called, know what I'm saying? So it ain't like we forgot you I left you out, know what I'm saying? Your comments important to us, know what I'm saying? But you were like, hey man, what you be doing for like your graphics and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Cause you notice like my stuff looking real high quality and it ain't really AI. That's the thing, you know? It ain't really like AI. Some people forgot that we got a skill set where we were good at CGI. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna show you just a little bit of something, you know what I'm saying? And maybe y'all might take a little couple tricks and tips from off of this video right here, and we're gonna present it like a practical application. So uh program we will be using tonight is called Microsoft Clip Champs. You know what I'm saying? They have free features inside. It also has a paid subscription that you can use, but it's also free software. So you know what I'm saying? I put that disclaimer on there in case somebody download it and say, oh, well, it says it has a price tag on it. So, we just want to do it the way we do it. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, go ahead and hit you with a video while we set this scene up right here. You know what I'm saying? And, let's see. Man, we got so many people that come through with us, man. We showing that love and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Since we had the Brody Triple C earlier, you know what I'm saying? Let's host the show. Let's hit him over there real quick.
City feel empty, city feel full. Hand on the wheel, feet on the dash, love on the door. Tearing our last fast food, bags on the floor. Gas like flash, we been riding through the red flags, turning them into the red max. Every flight a firework, every makeup jet black. It's just me and my bitch. Middle finger to the world, that's it. If I lose it all, I still got this. Ride or die in the back of my whip. It's just me and my bitch. Heartbreak, bad habits, same script. Every wrong turn, feeling like this. Me and my bitch. Me and my bitch. She know my passwords, I know her tales. She send a paragraph, I send a pic. She throw my hoodie on, smell like stress. We break each other down, think build what's left. Door slam, voice crack, eyes red. Both say think we never met. Still a name pop up on my screen. Ooh, I'm right back into red. It's just me and my bitch. It's just me and my bitch. Me and my bitch. Me and my bitch.
Yeah, just so nobody can say that we cap it or whatever. Nova said, we'll go ahead and bring old boy up on here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, y'all be paying attention to all your stuff that y'all be leaving comments and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You were like, hey man, what's that program you're using? How many resources do you have? You know what I'm saying? So we just sent you back. You know what I'm saying? Straight VR for the streaming. You know what I'm saying? Got the 1080 package, the biggest they got. And then we use a combination of Photoshop and Microsoft Clip Champs for the CGI graphics, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like we're just tricking you or whatever with like, straight like the AI or whatever and just like out here just cap it like, nah, man, I ain't using it at all, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to show you a couple little things, you know what I'm saying? And this is right here, the program, like I told you, Microsoft Clip Champs, you know what I'm saying? You can grab it from the Microsoft store, free 99. You know what I'm saying? Ain't even the 99, but it's that free ski. So we're gonna grab some of these right here. They got a nice little stock of like stock images, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna grab something in here. So we'll go with something simple, you know what I'm saying, like a shape. So we'll see if they got like a crown or something. Oh, that was crazy. Oh, they got all kinds of crown. And anything that you see like here, it's like, hey, upgrade to this and all that. It's all cool. Don't even worry about that. We'll make something that looks more majestic than that. Oh, look, that look pretty cool. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of loads of things. And look, they got a little filter here, so you can go to free only. You know what I'm saying? Get in there. And we'll be like, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It ain't cost you really nothing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. So they got those right there. So let's go for like a star. Let's see what they got for like a star. Okay, we got a whole bunch of little star things right there. Okay, that looks like something right there. Uh, we'll play with that. We'll grab that up. And let's see. Let's go to graphics. Let's go and look at some graphics. Well, let's see. We got a little overlays. We got some stickers. We got some stuff from graphics. You know what I'm saying? Then we got shapes. Oh, shapes. Let's look at shapes. Let's see. Hand drawn shapes. They got some patterns. Okay, them patterns. Oh, that look crazy. A checkerboard. Okay. So let's grab these two right here. You know what I'm saying? And let's go back to our meter and see what they then gave us. Okay, so we got checkerboard here. And this is what you would call your soundboard, like your timeline basically of how you will orchestrate this. Okay, let's see. Let's play and look and see what we got so far. You know what I'm saying? Just layer it up, see what we got so far. That didn't really look too amusing at all. You know what I'm saying? That looked dull. Look very, very dull right there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and see if we spice that up just a little bit. Sprinkle a little sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got to wait about 4 seconds here. All right, so let's see the checkerboard. It didn't look like it did really anything. It was just like a checkered pattern. Let's click on that thing. Let's see what kind of options we got over here. It's like a tool panel, you know what I'm saying? So we can like zoom this in and out. You know what I'm saying? The exposure. So we'll put it like maybe like right here. Then contrast, that's like the color of the blocks. So we'll make it like this. Saturation, that's gonna be like the color. So we'll make it sort of like up here. And then transparency. Oh yeah. We want that to be super transparent. Okay, let's go ahead and grab like the sides here. Or like shift so we can pull it to the side and stuff like that. Yeah, that way we can like resize it up. So let's go something like maybe this. And then let's put it like right here. We don't want it too far at the bottom. And then just right click here and then we'll duplicate that. That way we got a second one of it. And then let's bring that up here. Yeah, let's bring it up here so it's sort of like overlapping each other. Yeah. I'm going to get it to where it overlaps each other. There we go. Now we know that this one here is selected. So we can go ahead and bring this one up here. Like that. So, you know what I'm saying? See how we already got sort of like a dimension? Sort of like how we already got like a little dimension shift right here. If you look at it, see how they sort of overlap in each other. So what if we go and we do like maybe another one? And then we bring that up like here too. Now we can see that that one's there, and then we'll just bring that like somewhere here towards the middle. Yeah, somewhere here in the middle part. And then just hit our options over here and let's change this one up to make it look a little more. There we go. A little more. Just bring that down some. That yeah, we don't want it too bright on the eyes. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. Yeah, there we go. A little bit. Let's make it like a little more like that. Now let's see what we got a little bit. Okay, so we got 3 layers. Oh yeah, you can see how they stack up. Oh man, that's crazy how it's stacking up like that, ain't it? And we just got this here in the back. It still ain't doing anything at all. Just yet. Just yet. Just yet. So let's see what we got real quick. Okay, so we got that sitting just like that. Okay. So let's go ahead and make this do something. Let's make this do something. So we'll go ahead and we got about 4 seconds. So we'll do a chop here. We'll come here, do a chop here. Do a chop here. Chop here. Chop here. Chop here. Chop here. Try and chop it in little segments. You know what I'm saying? We got 4 seconds, so that's a lot of little canvas in here. You know what I'm saying? So we'll chop that up. Come down, chop that up. Just try and get little increments. We don't really care how many we got. The more we got, the better. You could chop, just chalk up all kinds of ways. Just what we got right here. Right, so we can go like this and say, hey, okay, well, this first one here, let's go and see what kind of motion we got on it, right? So we can say, hey, let's bring this back here. Let's make that looks like this. And let's bring it down a little bit. Let's bring it down a little bit. Let's lighten that up. We're going to bring this one up here. All right, so we can already see effects of that. Let's bring that up some. Okay, so we got that one. Now for the next one, we can go in, do the same. Probably make it a little warmer, right? A little warmer. And bring it down like this a little bit, you know. And then like a little like that, you know, and then we'll come over here to this one, you know. And we'll say, okay, well, let's bring this one up. And just start to move in some effects into it, right? So let's see what we got. We got VHS. I think I'm pretty close to that one already. So just give it that little veiny on this one. And then just move it just a little bit so we know it's there. Just so we know it's there. What we're going to do is we're going to take that one. We're going to move that like right here. And we're going to move one of our boxes. Right. We're going to go ahead and chop our box. We're going to bring our box. Okay. Let's bring that over like this. That way it has some motion to it. And then we just bring this one over here and we'll go to something like that. And then we'll do this one sort of all set like that, you know what I'm saying? When it comes like this, next segment here. Let's bring that a little more like that. Not too much though. Not too much though. We want to come here and we want to make the whole picture look as if it has motion. Let's check this one to this one. Okay, see how it looks like it moved? And then come on this one. And we'll bring that up like a little bit. Make it simulate like it rocked. But throw it like sort of like here. And then we'll come here. We'll go, okay. Bam. Chop. Come out like this. Let's bring that one up. Let's bring that up to like right here. Put that probably about right here. This one can go like right there. That one can go like way up here. That one can go like up there. Okay, now all the rest of these we can go like this, right? Because we got a little pattern already established of an up and down type motion. And we can bring this one down because we already know that it's tracking. We can go like this. Bam, bam. Come in. And we can say, okay. So let's do like a little title right here, because you know you always want to have like a little intro or something. So we got a couple styles here. So we'll take this one. We'll go and come up here to our text column where we can insert our text, and we'll go. Go ahead and bring that up, put a color so we can see. Change my little format up a little bit. Change the school style. Okay. And let's go ahead and see what we got so far. Put in big mode. There we go. I was saying got a little something so far, you know. So, you know, just a little couple chops, know what I'm saying, and some repositioning and stuff. And we got us a little something, know what I'm saying? And then you can just sit back and throw like a little beat onto it, know what I'm saying? A little beat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it up in here. We're gonna do it up in here for y'all. Yeah. All right, where's the one at? Let's see. We'll go ahead and pop a track in here. Let that load inside our little media source real quick. Let's bring our audio up. And even if you wanted to like slow it down, you know what I'm saying? Like, say if I wanted to change like the time duration of like the whole video, I can highlight these, right? And then apply like a fade in, or fade out. You know what I'm saying, smack the whole thing and say, oh, okay, well, you know, let me get that right there on it. Or just put disco on it. There we go. Disco that. And then glass. Let's check it out now. Whoo, what y'all thinking so far? We got us a little something. And then look, if you want to really shortcut at that point, though, I say, I would Dutch you could just go in and be like, bam, you know, go ahead, come to the end of it and just. Well, make sure you line it up first each time, though. You know, you want to line it up first. All right. then you can go ahead and just do it for like your whole track duration. Right, then some of y'all be like, man, you be making some trippy stuff and stuff. Hey, but it's the lack of knowledge and not knowing available resources and gatekeeping of information or flunders. With flunders, I'll say, and kills communities and stuff so quick. You may be amazed how fast communities get killed, man. Because everybody want to gatekeep information and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy world. I know, or you could do it like this, right? You can do it like this and say, hey, go ahead and put all that inside of a group right there, right? Uh-huh. Well, we got to show you. We got to show you the techniques just so you know. Because some would try that. Some would try that. So you always got to know, hey, this is a way that you can do it before you shortcut stuff, Because if you always try and shortcut, then you're going to fail in the long run of it. You might get away a couple times. But then he catches up. And then look, you see right here where we going back and we putting it inside the group. Right. So what we can do then at that point is, where we got group 1 and 2, right? So then we can go ahead and just say, hey, bam, take all the rest of this that we don't need no more. Go ahead, group these chops. You know what I'm saying? And that band, we don't need all these no more. Especially when you're doing it like inside the head, you know what I'm saying? Like any kind of like video editing software. I always want to try and close that up and get it as neat as you can, just because of the fact that what will happen is most of the time when you go to mix your video, you're gonna have them compression issues. Your thing just gonna be sitting there buffer. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be sitting there like, man, I don't know why it's buffering. And John, well, we know why it's buffering. We done told you why it was buffering. I told you why it was buffering. Let me make another one of these. If I will group these two together. Oh, hold on. Can we double group? Oh, I guess not. Oh, yeah, these were the chops, right? Yeah, they were the chops. All right, so we'll go like that. Uh-huh. Right down. All right, go like that. Now, normally any other time I would sit there and I would make a beat before we did like the video and joint, you know what I'm saying? But crack out, man. Crack out with it. Like, yeah. And then I'll make all these different channels here. I'll say. Let's go ahead and take it to the beginning. All right, so I think we got about 30 seconds left on there. Turn up. Roll up what you roll, pour what you pour. Getting trippy, man. Saying, and then what you can do then is, you know, you can come up here to this option, and then you have like a way to do it in like 420, 720, and then 1080p. You know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and pop this in here, and we'll call this CGI tutorial like we just did in the video. but for oh, okay, hold on, people. It was so hot it went down for a second. It will do that sometimes. I will tell you that. It will do that sometimes, because when it's a big file like that and you're trying to change up the quality, it definitely will do that. But the good thing is guess what? It remembers your work when you come back. So you don't do like no kind of data loss or whatever. You might have to go back and re-go to your folder. Like, it's always good to go to your folder and stuff and make sure you have everything with everything. You feel me? Everything with everything. That way, when you do it, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta worry about even having like your joint on there. Like for this right here, you know, we're gonna go ahead and take the track off. And then we already know how to spice it up anyway, so we'll go ahead and put it at 720, you know what I'm saying? Cause we're gonna spice it up anyway. So while that does this thing in the background and does this mix down, you know what I'm saying? What we got going on tonight, man? Seen some good matches over there at the LNSL, yes indeed. And then we watched you know, we went back and we watched the cap. We also got banned from the Discord today. Right? Them guys couldn't take the jokes and shit. When somebody come with facts and truth on them, they couldn't take it. They crumbled, man. It crumbled. So we won't hear from them people again. We won't hear from them again. They don't want to come and play, man. They don't want to come and play. What the homie say? There is no gangster after the bouncy bounce. All right. Again, because hey, hashtag Freddie, you know what I'm saying? Freddie.
Artist known as Quaalude has released Since You Asked, featuring you, IKS Hound.
What's the celebration look like out here today?
Yeah, we popping bottles, but this one right here, this going upside Lion-ass Larry's head.
Now watch out, bitch. I need to find this sucker. All right, whoa, you mean business,
In this cinematic display, Freddie has his ass beaten from the beginning to the end of this masterpiece.
Live outside the Connect Work in downtown Los Angeles with the artist known as Quaalude. He's just dropped Since You Asked, featuring IKS Hound, a visual where Freddie gets work from top to bottom. What do you want people to know?
Motherfucking get out of mine. Salute. You smelt that fart? Yeah, I'm glad y'all recognize my motherfucking yacht that I mean. Salute to y'all. You smelt that fart? You did that shit, you stank ass bitch. I want everybody to know this. I'm on Freddy ass, and I ain't giving up to that sucker motherfucker get stomped with my boot. Word. I'm out. Everybody don't know this.
Folks are buzzing about this record you just dropped.
What's the word?
The artist known as Quaalude has released Since You Asked, featuring IKS. The ass whippings given in this video to FX are a classic in Ass Whipping 101. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call entertainment.
Man,
Ruin the whole vibe.
And your daughter mine. Salute to y'all. You smelt that fart? You did that shit, you stank ass bitch.
I can't fucking rap. I can't fucking sing. I live with my girl's mama. I've been on the internet for 4 years and they make nothing.
Ass, you bitch ass nigga. Lying ass, corny ass, bum ass nigga. This what you call a diss track. Shit on a nigga on his own beat.
Let him talk, I'ma
Salute to y'all. You smelt that fucking fart? You did that shit, huh? You stank ass bitch. Anyhow, I want everybody to know this. I'm on Freddy ass and I ain't giving up till his naps and blonde hair.
I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, never had a hand out. I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk. I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk. I'm allergic to the fake.
They say they clock at every move like a agent. Mad cause your plate look different with your payments. Bitch made nigga use a dirty paper player. Dreaming of the day your junkie ass could feel some paper. Lying on the net telling yourself you really did something. Sitting on a coffee table, seasons changing, Freddie Dustin. Nigga ain't no rapper, won't be anything to feel like something. Proud of being fake. Hit the money back Suno button.
Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, never had a hand out. I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake.
He had his ass beat from the beginning to the end.
Never had a hand out. I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake.
Nigga, use a dick rotter, thief and a bitch. Dirty nigga with his hand out. Only hustle is your damn mouth. Fake at everything you do except for telling the truth. You a bitch boy, I'm dissing you just cause I wanted to. I'd have never said nothing, you pulled up niggas could punch you. For the record, you a G, say my name when you speak of me. Pussy nigga, I'm really flexing. You seconds from Dallas, Texas. I really put your ass in the trunk of your mama Prius.
Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk,
you gotta teach a fuck boy a fucking lesson.
From the beginning to the end of this masterpiece. I'm allergic to the fake. I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, never had a hand out. I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake. Let him talk, I'm allergic to the fake.
Oh yeah, Pepper. This is for that fuckboy nigga right here. Yeah, this nigga acting like a motherfucker ain't got no real receipts, nigga. It's rad.
Big energy. From the first frame, Freddy gets his tail whooped and you can't stop watching.
What happened here, sir?
The shit.
FX!
Oh no, you done.
Wait!
That's what you get.
Well, you see what happened was I was waiting for the bus and I dropped my watch and he just happened to be on the ground right there. I don't know what occurred. And I don't even know why you asking me questions. You know, I told you the first time I don't answer questions. I'm just giving you a courtesy, you know, like can you step to the side, you know, like get this brother out the way. You know, we trying to get on the bus, you know what I'm saying? Right, the bus gonna take us to the airport and then we're gonna get on the USS Hurricane. You're damn right. Hey, phone call to Saturn Part Deuce coming fall 2026. Oh yes. See, y'all thought this storyboard was so good that y'all went back and was like, hey man, we want to know what happens with the rest of the story. So we've been working hard on it. The script's about a good like 398 pages. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting up there, man. But it's coming to y'all. I guarantee you, we ain't capping you, you know, ain't gassing you up. It's coming, man. Phone call to Saturn Part 2. In a way that you wouldn't even thought that you would see it, man. Shout out to all the people behind the scene that is going to make this up for us. And then shout out to the people that point us in the direction of like, we wouldn't even thought of Adult Swim. I always watch it all the time. And most of the time, I'll sit back and watch Adult Swim and whip up a beat for something. And then make my own little skit and be like, yo, this could go on there. And be watching TV for hours with no volume at all, bro. And just go into a whole, like, freaking trance and shit. And be watching, like, Adult Swim and just make beats. This sound dope on that show. Right, reading the little captions on the screen and joint. Be like, this beat sound dope for the intro with this. I know I can make something like that. And hey, if they hit us up on one of the 16 pictures we sent, then hey, good on them. But hey, man, did y'all tap in today? Y'all didn't tap in and see who was on the Connect Work today? I had a heads up and with Secret Squirrel did not say anything. But then they brought another person on there. What? Man, hey, them brothers out there getting it, man. Hey, salute them brothers, man. Hey, Quaalude, IKS, Tony Lynch. Man, hey, and then check out their app too, know what I'm saying? They gave instruction. We showed y'all how to get on there also, know what I'm saying? Go on there, search for the Connect Work. You'll see the little icon that's interactive, know what I'm saying? The Adventures of the Greek guy. Know what I'm saying? Click on it, and then it gives you a little app on your joint, and then bam, that's where you link into. And genius, man. And genius. Remember when we showed y'all the show when he showed up in Chicago, and we got the live link that morning and we went live? Bro, we had just ended the show, but we got the word and said, hey, man, we got to support the bro. Got to support the bro. We were right there tapping into the show, fixing a cup of coffee, tapping in this show when they showed up in there on the 420 joint. Tapped in, even got shouted out on there. We had the opportunity to get on the show, but like I told you, we just woke up. So, you know, we might have missed a shot right there, but we still got shouted out, still interacted and everything. Still got the stream photos that night, you see it. So, you know, we didn't even completely blow out and lose it for y'all. We got the live footage from the club. Then we got the club footage and brought it to y'all. So y'all got to see it right there, him on there spitting. So it ain't like we got cats that's coming through here. We got Young Inspiring, we got Mad Dreamers. But they ain't just throwing up dreams and like, oh, maybe it just goes somewhere and somebody hear it one day. Nah, man, everybody making moves and stuff like that. That's why I didn't clicked up factor is so dope. It's so dope. Because you see everybody else that's clicked up behind people with no motion. And then they find the people with that motion. Because, hey, who don't like watching when you go to a platform and you find that small streamer? They got that content. And you're like, damn, why ain't he bigger? It's because viewers like you, man. Y'all give us the factor to go on and get on here daily and stuff like that. And come up with new stuff and say, oh, okay, well, you know, let me see what my audience might be interested in. Let me show them a couple little tricks and stuff right here. You know, bam, help them out. They might come back, start learning this stuff, and then bam, we team up on some projects down the road. You never know. You can't never cut off your bridges. Right. Hey, it's hard to put a bridge on. I don't know if any of y'all ever tried that. I tried that one summer. I tried it for a summer with my cousin. He was out of his darn mind. This man's talking about we're going to go from one cliff and then we're going to go down the cliff and then find a pass at the bottom and then come back up the cliff. And then we're going to have to maneuver and throw the rope. Right, because we're going down with this long rope. Then when we get up to the other side, we got to tie it off and then start going back and laying the stuff down for this rope bridge. And I'm looking at him like, what? We got to go down there to get back over there. And we just took all that time taking a long ass way to get up here. And you talking about, oh yeah, we'll just climb on down. Like, what? Hey, you got to watch your friends sometime, man. They seen me and must have thought I was in my white phase at the time, man. They thought I was in my white phase at the time. Because, hey, them boys were some rock climbers. Hey, I tell you what, I went out there and did it with them. I got it with them. Right, I was out there in some sweatpants by the time I got up to the top. I'm talking about like some windbreaker pants, you feel me? When I got up there, my joints were cut so bad. Right, you talking about them rocks were sharp. I had cut my arm real bad, didn't even know I cut my arm. Was so adrenaline up, like, oh, man, I'm just trying to get this done. Hey, man, we went out that joint for like 3 days. It's supposed to be like a men empowering type of event, know what I'm saying? Whole bunch of men come together, power each other up, know what I'm saying? Bro, the first night we had a bear that came up, was outside the door. I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, this supposed to be a men thing. Why y'all jumping to the back? And my ass is crazy enough to run to the front. Yeah, I went to the front and shit. I seen the other dude at the front. I wasn't just gonna let him go down by himself fighting a bear. You feel me? Like shit, I at least had a K-bar with me. Right, I'm gonna shake the shit out of that thing while he's eating his ass. You know, he's right there by the door, holding the door. So hey, if the bear comes through and smacks that joint, what I'm supposed to do? Like, what would you do? You see your boy up there, and he ain't really my boy. He one of the guys from the group. You know what I'm saying? I'm just meeting this cat. So I did him courtesy of going up there and looking out the window. That's when I noticed, hey, man, that's a bear. And I looked at him and was like, hey, you holding that door ain't going to do anything. Now, the funny factor is like, there's a whole bunch of guys that were in there that was probably damn near close to maybe about 400 pounds and shit amongst the group. You feel me? That's the people that's supposed to have been holding the door. Not Earthworm Jim, buddy. That's at the front door. He's the frailest guy in there. Yeah, old backwood Virginia type guy. He kept spitting and all kinds of stuff in his little thing. Had it with him. Anybody got some stick? And then he'll go inside his shit and he had a whole bag that was just like, yeah, I forgot I got a whole case in here. Anybody want some? Bro, it's about 80 brothers in that bitch, you know what I'm saying? He's offering skull and shit up. Hey, man, people were hitting that shit. That wasn't my, hey, that ain't my type of party. Hey, hey, there was some other brother shit we go in the back on the patio of that joint, you know what I'm saying? There's snow back there and shit. I had the gas. I'm rolling that shit up. Whole time while we there and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like, oh, man, what did I sign up for? Right, I didn't know really what I signed up for, and I had got invited to the joint, you know? My boy like, yeah, man, this is like a way for us to like bond as men and stuff like that, you know? Let out your feelings. See, his cell was already not trying to get me and my boy to even pay the money. He talking about, you know, man, a whole bunch of dudes come out there, you know? We always acting hard and stuff like that. You know, we can go ahead and shed our feelings and stuff out with each other and stuff, you know, boot each other up. And I'm like, what? This sound like my nigga wants to take us to a place where a whole bunch of men are crying about problems at home and shit, like a collective out in the woods. What the? Oh, no. Oh, no. No. That sound like the plot of Brokeback Mountain right there. Some shit like that. Right. A whole bunch of men go out into the woods and they tap into their feminine emotions and shit. Find out what happens in a theater near you. In a year, it better never come out. And hey, Hollywood would take that and say, oh, Eureka. Yeah. Bro, I just couldn't see my name being attached to that, bro. You know how many people in the world would see that shit? See your name at the end of the movie. And then they curved the whole message to something that you really ain't with. And then, somebody come out in public and they see you and they ain't the type of people that you really interact with. Hey, but check this out. Some people would say, hey, well, fuck it. Guess what? That shit could probably get a Grammy, Academy Awards, some kind of shit right there, you know? It could. You could probably get that shit. Your name with your footprints on the little walk of shame until the walk of shame gets taken over by aliens or whatever comes and plague us human race from our own creation or our own challenge to whatever's out there in the space on the daily. You know what I'm saying? So, right, look how long it took. It took for all the world nations and shit to come out and say, hey, guys, you know what? Y'all ain't, your eyes been working the whole time. Your eyes been working the whole time. You know, we just didn't want to have a mass hysteria you know. But yeah, there's some aliens here, you know. They come pick some of us up every now and then and shit, you know, drop us off, right? Y'all ain't seen the Netflix show, They Clone Tyrone? Right. How did we end up with the idea? Yeah, let's make copies of ourselves and then make a better copy of ourselves. And it come from somewhere. It wasn't no just random mad scientist saying, oh, yeah, if there was 2 of me, I can do double the work. What about 3 of me? Hold on, if it's 3 of me, that's already an extra man. I got to anticipate his movements and stuff on. Hopefully, I made the other copy of me just a slight tad off, so I still have that advantage, right? What are you worried about that? If somebody made a copy of you, man. Hey, you are at work and junk. Your copy just happened to come home. She thinking you came home for the day and shit. Your copy just knows all the right stuff to say. Sets her off in the mood. Then you happen to go ahead and dip. You come home and she looking at you like, you ready for another round? And you looking like, hold on, baby, like what's going on and shit? Like, oh, you don't remember and shit? Wouldn't you feel a type of way and shit? Right, you know you got a whole routine that you put down to get her in feisty mode and shit. And you ain't even hit that routine, but she's already there. Right, you come in like, hold on, hey. Who the hell else is inside this house? Right, you gonna be like, yo, who else is inside this house, yo? What's going on here? Hold on, she only gets there when I go in. Right, when I hit my signature move, you know, finish that first round, right? She gets there and she just like, right. She about to have you looking like your shit done disappeared. You gotta keep looking and making and checking show. It feels too good. But look, yo, it's too suspicious. It's too suspicious. You looking like, yo, where this other motherfucker at, man? You looking high and low and shit. Hey, you hoping R. Kelly ain't trapped in the closet. Hey, look, you already came in the house. The rose petals and her favorite flowers laid out all over the room and shit. You notice the bedding and all that shit's not the way it was already looking because you already done made sure it had to be changed and shit. But then it's like, damn, hold on. I know when I got out of the shower, she done put down the silk. But I come back and it smelled like lavender in here. But when I come back, it smelled like something else. Right, something else. What's that smell? I ain't even put no cologne on today. Who been wearing my shit? I only know because, hey, man, I got trapped in the closet one time, bro. I was trapped in the closet. I was in there, man. I was in there. When yo went to check the bathroom and shit, man, I had went and slid from the closet over to the bed and shit. And I thought he heard me. Because he came in at first and I thought he seen my shoe. I dropped my shoe. And I hurry up and just stayed right there for a second and grabbed my shoe. And went ahead and just turned over. Got dressed underneath the bed and shit. You know, I had to hurry up and get dressed real quick just because the motherfucker might have seen me and wanted to throw down and shit. You know, I'm going to have to get up out of there. Hey, she already did like her best. I thought she did her best diversion or distraction. Oh, nah, she went downstairs and shit. It's this dude looking upstairs and shit. She ain't even worried about that guy. I'm like, what the hell? Now, I had already known. She was like, oh, yeah, you know, occasionally, you know, I share custody with my son and stuff. You know, occasionally my baby daddy comes down here and stays the weekend. And, you know, he's sort of like a gorilla pimp. And I said, oh, okay, that's cool, you know. Right. So the first time he caught me off guard, second time, you know, I'm in there in the motion. This dude come open up motherfucking bedroom door. Boy, I didn't waste not a second. She talking about what you doing. Hold on, you gonna have to hold that right there, shorty. I got to get right with this guy. Man, I beat that dude so bad I broke the fucking door. Right. I came straight in. Right when I seen him, I slammed the door straight on his ass. He right there in the thing. The door just pop. They came in and kicked the door at him. That's what broke the thing in half. Got my leg stuck inside of it, sort of. Fucking scratched my shit up, pulled it back out. When it hit through that joint out the way, just pop, pop. Kicked him in his chest. Now he falls inside the little kid's room. Hey, good thing her daughters weren't there that day. She ain't never seen me like really in action and shit. But hey, she doing that point. Hey, she chose right. She chose right. I didn't hey, she sat down and just watched the shit. That's the cool part. She sat down and watched me just beat this man for like 5 minutes. I just was like got winded. At that point, he was already curling up and shit. I already curling up. Oh, what you had me on me for, motherfucker? You don't violate and shit. You don't came up in here inside my goddamn domain and shit. I'm in here delivering punishment to my lady and shit, and she getting off from me and shit. And your motherfucking ass just came bust up inside my goddamn crib and shit. The fuck? Right, they talking about, oh, I had the key. Yeah, ran your pockets. Hey, that key was gone, boy. You ain't got no key no more. I had to look at her. You know, look at her when he said he had a key, and she's like, I thought I been took that off. And then the motherfucker talking about I had a copy. Oh man, when he said he had a copy and shit, that just made me get back on him for another like 30 seconds and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. You done made a copy and shit. Okay. When they had picked the man up, I dragged his ass down the hallway, just kept bouncing him against the wall a couple times and shit, you know. I didn't really rough him up too much. He wasn't bloody or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? It was just a shock factor. Right when I already done hit you with like a little 5-piece of shit, he curled up when he went to the ground. Right. At that point, it was like slaps. Right, slap you around, you know? Fuck you curling up for? Every time you flinch, I just added an extra 2 more slaps to it and shit. Right, you know, you get 2 for flinching. And then he curled up, so I had to go to slaps. I'm gonna punch a man that's already done given up the fight. The man was like, the fuck, right there next to the kid's bed, kept pushing to the bed, like getting away and shit. Like, he wasn't expecting that, but you know, damn well you fucked up. Right, should have bought a damn ticket. Wasn't giving no free show. Then look, he violated it again a couple months later and shit. We had a little barbecue and shit, you know. Time passed. It was kind of cool with him and shit. We had her folks' barbecue party. And this man's talking about the story and shit. Talking about the story over there, talking about, oh man, you know, I used to miss all the things I used to do to her. Like some bragging rights and shit. And I got my boy Chad with me and shit, you know what I'm saying? Cat I served with and shit. We were still active duty all this time and shit, man. He comes up to me, he said, hey. He said, her baby daddy over there talking big shit. What you gonna do? I'm like, oh man, let him keep talking and shit. I done heard him say something. I said, hey, but the day is young and young, you know what I'm saying? Day was young. It's probably about 2 o'clock, man. I wait till it got a little later in the day when he really started popping it. You know what I'm saying? Really started popping it. And then, hey, same time I'm drinking liquor. I done had beer and then cooked up steaks on the grill and joint, you know what I'm saying? Had the steaks, I had the lobster tails, had the whole feast. The ladies, they done brought some stuff. You know, even his girl was there. Right, his girl was there. She come up. Hey, Slim. Oh, kiss on the cheek. I go here with a slight little grope and shit. Hey, be friendly. I'm being friendly with me, you know. This the same guy that, you know, before we even started beefing, he done shared the woman with me. Right. Came that whole idea was like, oh man, you know, you're a young man. You probably ain't never did no shit like this, but you know what swingers are? I didn't know what that term meant at first. I didn't even know that my chick was like that and shit. We went over their house one night. His girl come rubbing on me and shit. And my girl looking at me talking about, oh, relax, calm down. This is what we do all the time and shit. Like, what? Right, I kept asking her questions. So you cool with what she's about to do? Okay. Okay. She even hinted the chick on. She said, oh, you ain't got worried, girl. He can't have children and stuff. Was like, oh, perfect. She said, oh, he ain't even got wrapped up then. Like, what? I get to hit 2 tonight? What? Man. Tell you, a lot of people can't even get that. Right, that's what I say, man. You gotta appreciate some of the moments of life, you know. Gotta appreciate the moments of life. Then, hey, when you get that stud homegirl and shit, and she got a homegirl, and her homegirl got a homegirl, and you get the 3 like that, boy, you gotta appreciate them too. Yes, indeed. Cause when that shit went down, bro, it was like there was not enough medicine on the market that I could have looked like I could have probably went and procured. I had to sit there and like strategize that shit for a week. They told me they gave me till Friday and shit for a decision. Bro, you talking about taking ice cold baths and all kinds of shit. I wanted to be ready. Yeah, I went to sleep with like a long ass, like 8-hour fucking like moan mix and shit. I found all the high pitched moans I could find this shit, though, and just went to sleep with that shit. That way I could just go noise deaf. She make any kind of sound and it registers at that frequency in my head, this shit, I just don't hear it. Oh, you know when they be looking back at you and shit, like I'm about to collapse and shit, like right, 1,000-yard stare. 1,000-yard stare, right. I'm looking, hey, you see how I showed you like my backyard? Like, yo, I'm positioned to where I can look right out my backyard the whole time. I be watching the deers and the fox and shit and all that shit. Then she looking back and she's just like, I'm just. Especially when they call your name and shit, and you just like, you react like 5-10 minutes later. What's up? Can you give me some eye contact at least? Yeah, what's up? I've been looking at you the whole time. You know, I caught you in the peripheral. I just know, hey, you put the work in. She fixed your breakfast before she leaves in the morning. Like, it goes without fail, bro. I wake up, I got a nice little plate right there, it's still hot, covered in some foil, you know what I'm saying? And she done made me a whole meal. She done made my French toast the way I like it. She done scrambled my eggs with the cheese the way I like it. She done made me some grits, done did some sausage, you know what I'm saying? Done did some scrapple that ain't burnt. You know what I'm saying? Edible scrapple. She done made some homemade like little bread and stuff like that. Done went inside the fridge, seen that I already keep it stocked. Right, done took and set up a little station and stuff right there with a little condiment tray. Right, so I got my bread, my butter, my little honey and junk, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Canadian guys, you know what I'm saying, for that tip that y'all gave me on that honey, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucking, that goddamn clover. That clover honey, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucking US, Canada, Argentina type bee connection y'all got going on, know what I'm saying? I didn't know that we were trafficking bees out here, but hey, that's some dope ass honey right there, I'll tell you that. Yeah. I done have my man at the store scrap half of his merchandise because we got some new vendors in joint just because it wasn't selling, man. He was like, oh, no, I'm going to lose money. I said, well, shoot, it's sitting there not making no money, man. Sell that man off to the, right, sell that off to somebody else that just got here and they buying the shop and shit, right? They need that inventory to start off with. There you go. He said, oh, I didn't think of that. That's what I'm here for, man. You might be the name on the lease and stuff. Let me come up with some marketing things so we can get some of this merch out of here so you ain't sitting there with wasting money. Actually, y'all seen when we first got with the man at the store. That man had cheap, like 99-cent drinks and joint. He didn't even have like the cola and stuff. I'm like, hey, man, go talk to these people and get that vendor license. He didn't know none of that joint, man. You talking about an early shopkeeper. And me, just having a little business background and joint. Not too much. Because, you know, he got the capital, so you can't tell the man how to spend his money. But you can't, hey, you know, come in with this and that. Coming forward like, yo, they would ride past his store, bro. They would ride past his store. This man had no marketing. He didn't have nobody knowing that the store was the store. Because it used to be an old repair car shop. And they converted and retrofitted it to a store. And even then, everybody knew it as the old car shop. And they would run right past it or they'll park in the parking lot. And then he didn't have no gas. And then he start getting them right, you know what I'm saying? Bam. Right. I hit up my other friend. Hey, man, what you needed when you first took over the shop? When your family first bought this shop? Oh, man, you know, we needed this, and this. I said, oh, okay, yeah. But the cool thing is one of my homeboys been running his family shop for so many years and gave me the idea of buying it. Right when they were sinking during the 19, that was the perfect time. Had all that capital coming in from the software side and music revenue coming in and stuff. And I said, well, shoot, you know what? Let me come in and buy my homies out and then not bail them out. Let me buy my homies out. That way now when I get merchant joint, guess what? I got 2 different stores that I can sell my merch in. One of them over on the east side. My boy Sufyan, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to his family. Swalahali Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Freaking his network connection. I can't keep merch in there fast enough. You see like the hoodies, I be wearing the big hoodies and joint. Right. I gotta get up with my people on those. You know what I'm saying? They custom make them joints. I gave them a design pattern. They follow it to a T. That way it got some decent fabric. It looks like it's a bubble coat. Give you the same comfort as like a New York bubble, like coach coat or whatever. But still with the hoodie apparel. All right. You know, put your twist on it. Only thing we didn't put on it was logos or nothing like that. Right. Cause we still building up out here. And most people, hey, they don't really wear graphic apparel like in my town and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, it's sort of like hit and miss. Yeah, hit and miss. Graphic apparel mainly like for the kids. That's where your target audience is for the kids. Yeah. Just like the little game idea that we showed you that's coming out later on this year. That thing right there is modeled to where it looks nice and addictive. The goal with that is it costs to stay still. Right? It costs to stay still. You got to keep moving. Just like on the philosophy of life. Every second you're alive, it's costing some money. It costs money to stay alive. You might not think so. Shoot, when you get hungry, hey, you want to go inside your refrigerator around this time. Like, hey, I know it's early morning. So you want to go inside your refrigerator, right? You hoping that your stuff ain't spoiled and rotten, right? Because your electric was running. You hoping that you still got the roof on your head. You hoping when you go to sleep that you ain't freezing. You take your bath. You hope that you got access to hot water. All cold water, whatever your situation is, wherever you're at geographically on the map. You know what I'm saying? You open for the simplest commodities, you know what I'm saying? These ain't even things that we necessarily need, you know. These are commodities just to put us inside our little shells and make us feel comfortable. Right. I know I done lived out in the desert. I lived out in the desert and shit. Like, man, you talk about having, you know, not even worried about TV or what's on or Who Music just came out and stuff like that. Shit, that thing was like, yo, I hope I make it back home. I hope I make it back home to the people that love me. Right, that's what my objective was. It wasn't nothing of the frivolous stuff that we worry about on the typical day here. You know, oh man, this guy said something about this guy. How this guy gonna come back on that guy? We can play tit for tat with the best of them, and then we spank all of them at the same time. Cause hey, I'm gonna big you up and I'm gonna bust you down the road when you mess up. Cause everybody needs to know when you mess up, man. What kind of homie are you if you come around and you support somebody and when they doing bad and you don't speak on it? Come on, man. Especially if you know they doing bad. Now, if it's something intentional and you see it like while they're live or whatever, yeah, you might say something, but then you understand at the same time. Like, hey, we watched Brody Triple C had some tech issue early on his show. We didn't sit there and just go off and we're like, oh man, he should have invested in himself and shit. Nah, because some of y'all might have been like, oh yeah, he should have, but the man said he having tech issues. We have tech issues from time to time. We don't seen everybody have tech issues. We ain't seen nobody put out a perfect production show on this streaming platform ever, because every platform has that issue. And then at the same time, if you ain't got audio, most of the time it's either you're on mute or it's whatever you're playing that the platform can't keep up. Y'all remember some of our early streams on YouTube? Man, we can't hear anything, bro. Hey, when you're pushing about 5,600K of some raw fire that y'all be sending in to me, and we give you that enhanced version of that, as if you're catching it on TV, YouTube only supports about 2,400. You feel me? It only supports about 2,400, so you know we got something to. Right. Because when you send it in, you want to hear it. You want to hear it, especially if you put it out and you don't know if it's right or not. Right. And then, hey, you get to hear it back. And then guess what? Sometimes when you hear it back, when we play it to you, you can hear where your shit's off. So that's a factor also. It's done helped many of people out that done came through here. And then I could tell that it's done because we went back and checked on the artists. We gave them some critiques on some of this stuff and then went back and once they work a couple months down the thing, and you said, oh, remember we told him to try that out and he did it. And then listen how that one sound. Yeah. Now when they on them type of beats with the heavy 808s, guess what? They ain't drowning no more. You can hear in the whole track. Yeah, shout out that boy J-Bo Flex, know what I'm saying? Always putting in that good work, know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, y'all go back and y'all check the earliest streams of his work, man. Of his work, and you check out his latest stuff that he just dropped with us. I'm telling you. That man putting in some work. He's constantly saying, okay. Right. I tell him all the time, hey, you know, I just give you a critique. You can take it. You can say, fuck me, whatever. You feel me? But when you do take it and shit, and we hear it, and you come back with the next shit, and it's, you got something right there. Hey, I might not be the best and like making, like rapping on some shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I make like little things or whatever, parody or whatever you might categorize it or whatever, you know. I be trying it out, you know what I'm saying? But when I can give you some advice and you see it in action and it done made him, and then he takes his joint and he goes to all these other shows that don't really appreciate him and shit, and he's over there bumping it and he sends it back to us, and I'm looking and saying, oh, okay. That motherfucker got mad plays on that joint, on it, right? And then look, his little audience shit goes up on the platform too, don't it? Right? Because then the audience is like, yo, I fucks with that. And then if they don't, then guess what? They'll let them know. Just like, hey, we don't have some people that came and dropped some stuff that the audience was like, that ain't it. That ain't it. I done played some stuff where they like, bro, that ain't it. So, you know, it ain't like they all lean towards and they being manipulated. Everybody got their own opinions, and they definitely will let you know in the chat what their opinions and stuff is, if it's hot or not. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see it right here up on the logo and joint. You know what I'm saying? And this is the feature that we're gonna be bringing to the show. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna look for we'll probably have a host spot open for that. And we're going to run a segment called Hot or Not. Right. Or not even Hot or Not. We'll call it Ready or Not. We're going to put an R on one side and the X on the other side. Some of y'all done seen the background across some of the strings. So Ready or Not. And then, hey, even my own self, I might be hosting the show, but guess what? Y'all the judge and the critics and all that too. So, you know, when we get that up and running, I put my submissions in too. I expect y'all feedback and y'all to say, hey, man, that ain't it. And y'all watched the LNSL tonight, you know what I'm saying? Y'all seen the track that we put in. We put it in for a certain reason, like we told you was. And like they were saying, why didn't you send in the banger? Same as the other DJ guy was like, why didn't you send in the bangers? I'm like, did you send any of your bangers in this season? Your rookie year? Nah, I'm waiting till later. Exactly. So why do I want to throw my ace cards straight into the Rumble? When I'm at myself trying the artist route at the moment. Right, trying the artist path. I done dabbled over a little time, got a little couple things, but trying the artist path out. You know, let me try that. Because I've been telling them for a long time I'm not a rapper, though. Right, so just try the artist path out and see how that goes. So, you know, this first season, bam, we picked up like picked up a fourth L. Oh, well, but guess what? We got stats. We got some stats on the board. So it's still a win-win because, hey, if we would have had the other matches and say if we did bring our nukes out, then we would have went against somebody else, probably had a couple 30s. That would have still not got us in the playoffs anyway. And then people are like, oh, man, well, you probably had a shot at the playoffs. Nah, bro, I got 4 games this season. And if it wasn't for Tripp taking over our team as the coach and shit, I would have got to play 4 games because everybody else kept going and it was favoritism and all that. So, you know, I'm glad that the coach said fuck this thing and walked out of shit, you know. And it's crazy. And it's crazy because I had not expected that when the coach had left our team. I had not expected that. That shit was inside the chat. Like, what? How did coach lead the team mid-season? Like, that shit was astounding. It was astounding. Like, when I seen my teammates started quitting, I was like, it can't be. It can't be. It cannot be like this. What the hell? And hey, it wasn't even bro saying anything. It was just like personalities coming out. It was like, what the hell? And then when we did our expose on the one guy, you know, like 6 people quit. I said, dang, did we cause that? I don't think we caused it because, you know, we already had to put truth to it anyway. You know, we couldn't just let that slide, you know. Couldn't let it slide. And then, look, hey, the same people, you know, after that, they done clicked up. They all clicked up. Everybody buddy. They got to be buddy to go against us now. I said, that's so wild. We the new guys on the block. We only been here for a year, but y'all got to click up against us. And then, look, they try to say that we copied their style. I said, we copied your style because the same people in the same community come and embrace us a lot better than what y'all do. Right. They don't come and support us. Remember the saying we used to use last year? We support those that don't know the supporter shit. Right. And then when we come up and we give them content. Right. We give them content. Remember? We give them content. They don't know how to spend the content. Don't know how to spend the content. They don't know how to do it. They got to come back with some sus stuff, man. Some sus stuff, bro. They got to wish the illest things on you. Like, man, anybody, y'all watch the stream last night, know what I'm saying? I had the retarded guy, FX, said that he wished that when I had my car accident back in March, that I would have broke my neck and been unalived. I said, damn, this 50-year-old man feels so bad about himself that he wished that somebody else that have a negative issue occur to them and then end their existence on the world. I said, that's crazy. And then, you know what? He had his little homeboy, his little guest star, you know, the one that pays money to sit on his lap and shit, the co-host, you know. So, you know what he did? He sat there and had to be the girlfriend, you know, because this was the whole sleepover. You know, it was a whole talking about taking pictures of me from off the screen. Look, they took some good pictures of me, too. I told him, I said, oh, shit. They come out the closet. That man talking about he going to go grab his Jergens. Right, he going to go grab some Jergens. That man going to pleasure himself to a picture of me. I said, well, you could just tap into the stream. You get hours of it. Right. Yeah, hours of it. There you go. You want me to... Right, we'll get Venom to come in here and just take some pictures of me, you know. She could probably make me a little digital E-man and shit, you know what I'm saying? Got me on the beach walking around like Baywatch and shit, you know what I'm saying? Got me all sexy fly. Got my boy Hurricane right next to me and joint, you know what I'm saying? We walking high five and got her and, you know, Miss Crystal right there. These girls walking in front of us and shit, right? We got a whole Baywatch scene right there, see? Mm-hmm. But nah, this man talking about he wanted there. He pleasuring himself to me. And then you know what they went? They try to go for a whole 7 jokes, busting on my teeth. So then I'm like, oh man, you know what? We're about to drop $31,000 in my mouth to get all the teeth taken out, replaced with the permanent shits, the pop-ins. The man said, oh man. They had one of their boys said, oh man, I got 20,000 in my mouth. And dude said he had 20,000 in his mouth. I said, damn, so you got some shit put on your permanent, so when one of your permanents busts or chip or whatever and shit, somebody rock you real good and your shit busts and shit, right? Now you got to take that whole motherfucking grill off and shit, right? Yeah, that's what happened with that shit. That's what happened with that shit, my boy. Yeah. But the guy sat there. So then I said, oh, man, you know what? Not only did I sink your battleship with your show, right, made the man end this show all early. He played 3 more songs after I left 7 messages in the chat. He had the whole theme of no safe place. No safe place. So I had to make it a no safe place. So then when we get in the Discord, he just came with all the homo. What's up with the homo, man? Right. All the homo talk, that was just uncalled for, bro. Like, damn, we having a sleepover in Discord. And then you come with the homo talk, and then you got your girlfriend right there. He wants to be hated on so much. But I like your music. You're a cool looking guy. You know? Might need to cut down on the pasta a little bit, get some exercise in you, but you're a cool guy. Because if it was really something, when I said I was down in Orlando, you would have popped up at the gym. Because you talked with the boy. So you were watching my streams because you left a little like, you know, it leaves the little indicators on all that stuff, you know? Right. So and if you had a brand, we could have battled it out, man. Could have battled it out in the gym. had my uncle's gym jumping off. We would have had the cameras there. I would have whipped your ass all around that ring. Right, I'll be like, nah, man, come on, you signed up to this thing right here. I'm gonna pay you for hopping in the ring. I'll put down $1,000 to get your ass in the ring. You gonna give me my goddamn 5-minute rounds. Oh yeah, you gonna give me 5-minute rounds. A minimum of 3, 2. Oh yeah, we doing that shit like street beef style. Street beef style. Whatever you know, bring it. Get inside that cage. It's going down. It's going down. I'm gonna be on you so bad and balling that they're gonna have people on the side trying to put a curtain up on the side of the thing just because it's so vicious. There might be a kid in the background. The parents are gonna come and have to put their eyes over him and try and cover his ears at the same time with the extra exposed hand. Mom got to come in and grab the other one. She got to turn her head like, oh my gosh, this is so heinous that I can't believe they're allowing this to happen. Right, because they're going to come into the ring and shit, and I'm going to just start swinging on everybody's ass. Everybody's ass. Nah, I paid them to get up in here. You're going to let me do what I want to do. You're going to let me do what I want to do. I'm looking to see who got a little something in there. Right, you're going to remember me forever. Even if I got to, like, take fingernails or something, I'm going to brand you. I'm going to do like how the old folks used to do when you came over into the country, how they used to try and do the black folks and brand you as property. Right, we're going to make it real personal. Real personal. Every time you look in the mirror, you're going to know me. Know me on some real shit. No homo shit. Then say no homo acts at you on some real shit. And then the boy FX. You didn't want none anyway. I know you didn't want none. That's why you sat there and said little slick comments and junk, bro. You didn't want none. You didn't want none. I done found pictures of your shorty too online today. It's so crazy. When you try to get some exposure, what you find when you just type in somebody's shit. Right. I bet for a little bit more time I can find out the actual name of it too, huh? Guarantee. And then the bad part for you is, and I don't even want to play that way, but you got children. And children go to school. So therefore, children have to be registered. Therefore, they're inside of a database. Therefore, that database is not safe. Therefore, anybody can hit that database if you know exactly how to go on top of a website and just change a couple of lines of code up. And then you get all the access you don't want. Right. The access that you don't want somebody to have. Right. And just happen to look and say, well, look, this dumbass is so stupid. He brings his own people into the firing line on camera and shit all the time. All the time. Right, so you creating a digital record of these kids on the thing where anybody can just look. Traffic cam, school bus cam, rain cam, all kinds of shit. You know where to look at and what to do. You can easily find that and then get a trace and say, oh, okay, well, this kid is registered at and they're in this grade, and this is their age. And oh, what's that? It definitely looked like I'm across all these little pictures right here because they thought it was so stupid to put them on the internet. And then here's a school photo right here. Yeah, because, you know, schools keep track of like little yearbooks and stuff like that. So you can always go back and find your old classmates and stuff like that. Classmates.com, class meetup, you know, every so many years, people meet up for class reunions. Oh, yeah, just look. And this man supposedly has, 19 of them kids? So they would look almost identical if he's having them with the same woman and shit. Yep. So they would all be sort of like light-skinned complexion, sort of like me. Yep. So it ain't that real hard to find light-skinned people, you know. You know, and then we happen to just look on there and be like, oh, they're at this school. And look, didn't he say he had a boy that was about to graduate? He needed to get off his ass and get his own money and stuff. And he kept dissing the shit out of his son online just to get some clicks and views and likes. Like, damn, this man done shitted on his whole family on the thing. Y'all remember when he told his woman to shut the fuck up the one time and go make him a sandwich, and she came back with a whole plate of crab cakes? Matter of fact, I think it was her birthday, matter of fact. And he sat there and he scarfed all the crab cakes, and she said, damn, you gonna save me some? He said, well, there's still one there. Right, see? Don't even have to look too hard to get these people, man. Don't have to look hard at all to get these people. And then when you sit there, oh, man, what can I do to try and get this man because he's talking about me? Well, you came out here, public domain, my boy. Even on your episode, you talk about, oh, I'm a sue. Where's your legal documents at, my boy? I ain't seen one yet. My legal team ain't been contacted about any incoming suit. And if you supposedly know who I am and you found me and shit, then you should have had the paperwork. My legal team doesn't play no kind of games. Don't play no kind of games. Especially being a platinum level director inside of the organization of Legal Shield. So it's like being in conversations with millionaires and shit. That's a common occasion to me. I can go to a conference and talk and get paid. Don't even have to go up there and spitballs and get a check. Legal team gets me checks. But they don't want to play, man. They don't want to play. They don't want it, man. They don't want it. They don't want it. Hey, look, and we even went in a server, you know what I'm saying, until they banned us out of that shit. We got banned out of that shit. Even then, I say, yo, I don't even need to put the Discord thing on here because that's a bitch move anyway. Hey, that's a little bitch move. I'm going to put my message in here like I'm in my feelings. Right, like I'm in my feelings. I'm going to put all my messages here for the world to go ahead and look at it because I'm in my feelings. Oh, Felicia style. Well, they really got mad. I said, hey, why these guys keep acting like Shanae? Hey, Tommy, come in here and take Shanae and Pam's ass the fuck out of here. And then he was like, well, Tommy looked better than you. I said, my boy, you're Tommy and the joke of this shit. My stooge. You know you ain't got no goddamn job, Tommy. Right, remember the running joke? Tommy, you ain't got no job. You better get your ass out there with Cole and get you a route and doing something. Right. Hey, yo, that man remind me of motherfucking Carlton, bro. Off of the Fresh Prince and shit. Except for he got the motherfucking broom all the way up the ass. You know, Carlton, he had some game for being rich and shit. Now take the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and put that shit in fucking Texas. And then the whole show is being shot from inside the living room and shit, you know. Inside the living room with a shitty ass little iMac and shit, you know. Man done bought some Chinese knockoff shit off from Temu. Right, sitting there, and then he got his homeboy on there and shit talking about, you know. I smell butt. Hold on. Yeah, that's from the booty I ate last night. You know, you miss some every time, and then, you know, gotta make sure you on fleek and jump. Then got your other man, he's so-called gangster and shit. He's sitting there stamping the fake ass shit. Well, boy said, I'm a whole Hoover Crip, homie. Hold on, matter of fact, how you say that shit? Yo, lady, how you say that?
Hey, Crip, nigga, just like this bitch ass nigga is. I don't care about this motherfucker. Listen, man, I didn't put this shit out in the atmosphere. Only thing I said was that what I said on the fucking show. And for whatever reason,
man,
like I said what I said.
Nigga.
Where I'm from, ain't no safety nets, ain't no edits, no effects, ain't no Halo Streets direct. Stand on business, nothing less. Where I'm from, ain't no choirs, ain't no tears, now you facing best. Ain't no pity when the line gets stretched, ain't no filters when the weight compressed. Yeah, I do a flex. Stove top forks in the glass, let the work whip, money work, watch the digits dash. Yeah. Watch the digits dash, watch the burners I made a sermon out the powder, turn confession into cash, turn his heartbreak into proverbs. Turn his weakness to a laugh. He was props, camera angles, all production. We exposed it, now he's somber. Tried to weaponize illusions, but the truth became the monster. Every frame he built was hollow, every boast a bit of mantra. He was living off aesthetics, I was carving through the trauma. White frost up on the counter. Turned his heartbreak to a sponsor. Cold sermons in the marble, every echo cuts sharper. You was FX in the credits, our story, I was past. Why you chasing validation, posting shadows for a flash? I just dash, and I laugh. Yeah, that's where I'm from. Where I'm from, ain't no safety nets. Ain't no edits, no effects, ain't no halos, yeah, the streets direct. Then I'm business, nothing less. Where I'm from, ain't no quiets, ain't no tears, now you facing best. Ain't no pity when the line gets stretched, ain't no filters when the weight compressed, yeah, I do a flex. Stove top, forks in the glass, let the work with money work, watch the digits dash. Yeah, watch the digits dash, watch the burners flash. Yeah. Watch the bundle stash, watch this mission crash. I don't even know why you did this. I don't even know why I'm here. That keyboard shit don't mean nothing. I wanna see what you do in real life. Smoke. Yeah, dig.
Hey, y'all ever notice how a lot of these people be starting fake beefs and stuff too? Like, that'd be the funniest part, is when they start a fake beef to try to get some views and then it collapse on itself. Yeah, bro, like some fake beef, and they be going at each other, and then it doesn't go nowhere. Doesn't go nowhere. Except for like inside the community, and then you watch the community sit back, and then you watch the whole community. Could be a strong entity, dog. Could be the next. Could be like the next No Limit, bro. Something like that. And this whole community space we got so many fine ass artists. We got so many up-and-coming comedians. We got so many people that do graphics, so many different things. But you know what? Pride and ego separates. And everybody got to try and backstab everybody. And where did it go then? We sat back and watched the whole year and analyzed everything. Got a whole write-up. We got a whole write-up of what each podcast can do to improve, to get bigger audience reach. And most people come through and take it into practice. And guess what? You see their numbers going up, right? Their numbers going up. Their production done changed. People come around for different groups and stuff they don't normally have coming there, you know? They're getting that reach that they're supposed to. Then you see all the rest of them where that big flock of 30, 40, 50 trundles down to 1, 2, 3. I'm saying, and then they would try to figure out what's going on. But then it's like, yo, the guys that get the 1, 2, 3, you go back and you're like, damn, I didn't hit my watch hours for this month. But that guy, his network is small, but he's posting, he's getting. First thing they say, oh yeah, he gotta be doing bots. He's hacking. He's a hacker. You know, he's doing it. It's impossible. It's physically impossible that he got people sitting there watching. Because, hey, they already admitted. They say, hey, you know, nobody cares. Nobody even watch you anyway. They all bots anyway. I said, damn, but don't we put the people's chats up on the screen and we drop the link and the people come on here and join? So these must be some fake people we got. I'm sorry to everybody that subscribed to us and all that, man. And if you're not a fake person, you know what I'm saying, and you're a real person, you know what I'm saying, we got to figure out how to do some kind of radar thing to where we can separate the real and the fake inside the sub thing, you know. That way, we have a way to know who the real ones are. Cause we don't want the fake ones over here, you know, because they be like mainly the bots, you know. Right. Anybody was paying attention to the numbers too? How we had went from like 400 and then we kept stumbling down to like I think we hit like 398, but then it kept fluctuating like all last week. And we were trying to figure out what was going on with that number. But then we went back and we looked at the math and I said, you know who it was? And then when we did the show last night, we took a loss of like 4. But you know, it tells us who it was that left. I said that man got so mad at the sleepover that I bust you not only during the live stream for 2 hours straight, that I mopped you and your mans up inside the Discord and had even your older audience and shit leave your show when you had a high point of 27 and dropped down to 8. And by the time you ended your show, I was the only guy still there watching. Only guy still there watching. Your co-host, they left the chat, all that. Nobody wanted to even proceed. Y'all felt so uncomfortable. I brought belt to ass. Belt to ass. Had to show you Top Boy, man. Had to show you Top Boy. You out here causing quakes in my community. You understand? You're in my community. And somebody said I self-proclaim myself as king of the late night. No. I go off the labels and titles people give me. Know what I'm saying? I done had it from a mutual party that told me I was the king at late night. Keep doing what you do, talk your shit. It's obviously working. And I don't come out here and be capping. I don't try and put on no bravado, no chivalry, no imagery of I'm bigger than what I am. I know what I'm capable of. People know what I'm capable of. I got people that stand off for me just because. Just because. When they seen the little show clip where they thought, what was it, 2 weeks ago where Quay was on the LNSL, I had like 15 people hit me up like as soon as he judged my score. Hit me up, hey man, what's up with your man and shit? Yo, we need to like drop some shit on him or what? Man, why the fuck y'all tripping and shit? See? That's why I be telling them the same thing, man. Get out of that bitch ass emotion and shit. Why y'all came over here? It's like 3 a.m. You done came and brought me some bitch asses. But I appreciate you though. Appreciate you though. Because if we ever need to, I know that you down for it. But I don't know why you jump straight into it like that. That's just how they are, bro. It's just how it is. That's how teamwork and stuff goes. Just like as soon as we got on there and we hit him up and had his whole show go off and shit. What did that man do? He started throwing out shots at everybody. Right, was so in a fairy mode, he had to get off the camera. His girl was talking in the background. Like, we ain't got a YouTube short that we could put out that just makes her look so bad. So bad. Y'all remember when we went and dropped the one track and she said, oh, the frequency. Right, we made it a whole like little thing. I even sat back and said, you know what? I could just chop that into a little club beat and shit. Put a drop on that shit and just have y'all blow that up. Blow and share that shit up. Right. How to have a chick named Mercedes in the back of a Mercedes. That's what I would call the track. Hey, and it's crazy. And it's crazy because if anybody went back and do a beat comparison of some of my worst beats, if you want to call them that, versus her best beats and shit, why they sound the same? Why they sound the same? Go back and check out some of her latest shit. I ain't capping. Check out some of her latest shit and tell me that some of the tracks that I had sent into that show before didn't get scalped and the sounds didn't get ripped from it into stems and then fed to the AI to make a similarity of it. And then she put it and made it as a beat. I guarantee if I go on his page and I grab any of his tracks and shit, we could go in there with just enough time. We could show you where the timestamp of the generation of the file, because every file that is digitally made in the digital world has a timestamp. And it tells you also the DAW. It tells you the composition of the tracks. It tells you the name of the track and the sample that you used. Right, so if you use the YouTube beat and shit, bam, it's somewhere inside that shit is going to say the producer shit. The easiest way to do it is to break it down into break that shit down into hex, switch it to ASCII, do a search term for produced by or produced POD. Bam, it's going to show you how many hit results are inside that joint, and then you'll see it right on there. And if it was made through like an AI website, then guess what? Their tag is going to be produced by such and such on that one line, and then they'll say, oh, okay, this file was modified on this date here, and it was renamed to this. Right, the data don't lie. The data keeps track of everything. It's called metadata. Metadata. How you think the boys find you? When they hit your phone and shit, because it's giving off a geolocation with that metadata file right there saying, yeah, you know, he just last placed a phone call where that phone call hit. That phone call hit this tower over here in this vicinity right here. How you think they triangulate and catch people so quick? If you've been watching First 48 this current season like I have, like shit, man, hey, I ain't seen nobody really talking at all. And you listen to what the boys be saying, how they be finding people. You feel me? They don't be capping when they tell you how they be finding people. They tell you exactly how they found you. You know, we went around there, we scouted the neighborhood, we asked all his known associates, we went to places that he is known and frequently to be at, and then, you know, we happened to come across his phone. Right, we happened to come across the phone that was there at the scene inside of evidence, and bam, we hit that number. And guess what? He might have turned the phone off, but guess what? He turned the phone back on at some point. Yeah, the phone company said, hey, you know what? This phone came back live and they hit this tower right here in this vicinity. And what did they do? They go inside the little track and shit and they said, oh, okay, here's all the streets inside that shit right there. We're going to go ahead and just comb this shit. Send a couple of unmarked to go through there. Send somebody to go walk around real quick. Right. Oh, we had sighting of him. He was chilling in the back porch, smoking a blunt and shit, you know, posted up by a down cart in the backyard with his homies and shit like it ain't nothing. Yo, we'll come by and get his ass at night. Mm-hmm. And then what happened? You know, they skip ahead of all that shit. They come in and they have the guy talking about, oh, yeah, good work tonight. You know, we're going to go home and we're going to show up tomorrow and we're going to put the plan into execution and we're going to go ahead and get them. And then what we see, it skips ahead to a commercial. And then comes back and say, oh, yeah, they right in the interrogation room already, right? We got you here, here, and here. This ain't you in the picture. You sure it ain't you? We done talked to your mans already. You know, he done sung like a canary. Right, as soon as he told him 5 to 10 and shit, he's like, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, I ain't never been locked up before. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can't go in there. I can't go in there. Hey, everybody like that, man. Everybody like that. When I heard that shit, I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. What the fuck? Right. Good thing I already was doing some workout and shit. Boy, I stayed up on some workout. Workout, yeah, damn right. Always had to be ready. I told you coming up, go to the boys' home and shit like that. You done seen that shit play out. Now you're in a bigger place with, you know, people way older than you and shit. You don't want that shit playing out. Hell nah, you don't want nobody playing with your butt. Oh, nah, that nigga, hey, that motherfucker got to die. He has to unalive. Got to unalive him. That's why I say, yo, that guy right there, he literally has to stay in his house the rest of his life, man. He literally has to stay in his house. He can't go outside. You can't go outside. The first indication of your neighbor across the street or whatever hits that Ring camera and shit, it's going to alert. It's going to alert. And then we can really play. We can really play, my boy. I just want to show you. I just want to show you. There's people, hey, and it's so crazy because I told you this community knows exactly where you at. I got you down to a 3-block radius. Apparently, Liddy knows exactly the location you at. I ain't even asking the man. He got his own ways. I got my own ways. But I guarantee you come outside and you get hit by somebody's Alexa or Siri or a Ring cam, I'm going to send you a nice picture of yourself. Best quality I can get. I'm going to send you a nice picture of yourself. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Like, hey, what we tell him at the league tonight? Give him what he's not looking for.
Look at that shit. He is
Oh, a couple dollars on a sheet of paper.
I hit booty
Change the perspective.
Nigga, you just good for everybody.
It is looking for. Were you looking for something different? What you looking for? Want your money back? Guarantee back. Money, when I get it back. Acceleration, I can exclamation point. Let me get to the point. You don't have to let my join. I be going where I got my own style with this joint. I be turning up, rapping with myself, do my beats by myself. Yeah. I guarantee that ain't what they looking for, bro. I guarantee that ain't what they looking for. Cause hey, what Kendrick said, if they want to play games, okay, yes, play. And I don't think that guy really wants to play like that, bro. Hey, you know what? I would do him on some John Wick shit. Just cause he likes to throw like gun references inside of bars and shit. I would take that man to the shooting range. I would take him to the shooting range and have him prove it, you know what I'm saying? Take him out on the range and shit, this little simulator, because, you know, some of the ranges got simulators. Take him inside that shit and watch how bad he misses. Every shot. Every shot. That would show me right there that you can never say anything about shooting ever. I would shoot. Hey, I would shoot that man. As if it was a game of duck hunt. Right, he gonna sit there and be trying to line this shot up. And then, you know, because inside the simulator, when you bust that trigger, you know, you feel that kickback. So it's gonna go ahead, you know, when you sight in, go ahead, sign in, you know, line that cross, right, line that iron sight up, and then when you go ahead and you just, you know, everybody know that little rock you get, right? You get your little rock on, right? When that joint go ahead and hit you. Nah, he gonna go ahead, that shit gonna fuck his shoulder up. Throw that goddamn shoulder on out and shit, looking like, damn. That was just the first shot? Fuck. Nah, man. Put that shit on semi. Fuck. God damn. Man, toughen up, man. Acting like a little bitch. Have one of my sisters right there and shit, you know. Sister Marine's right there with me and shit, looking at him. She gonna sit there and giggle. I'll be like, yeah, man, my boy Freddie always a little bitch and shit, though, say. That's the wild part, because, yo, I only use the term to describe some of y'all, and I never really thought of why I would have to use the term bitch to describe another man and shit. But, man, I guess when you act that way, right? When you act that way, and then you come off with the verbiage like you secretly want to get fucked by somebody and shit, like, that's kind of nasty, my boy. That is nasty as shit. Nasty as shit. What you do in your bedroom, don't share that shit and inflict it on somebody else. We already know you. We already know just the way you do your little smile shit. That's the smile of a man that done messed up and fallen from his presence and shit, that had to give the ass to his wife to get back in good graces. Right. She done did it to you, my boy. Accept it. Accept that fate. Right. You don't wear the pants no more. So I need to just come over there and just put her in line then, you know? Yeah. Just come over and be daddy. Yeah. Hey, I've been being daddy to so many kids and shit. Like, hey, you know, I'll be daddy for you, my boy. I'll be daddy for you. What you need? Some bad child support and shit? You know, you all about 50, you know. And I've been slaying some older ones and shit lately, so you know. We might have met her back on a cruise and shit. You never know, man. Hey, I got what you call that reverse. Right, I got that Benjamin Button, my boy. As I get older, I get more younger and younger. And the old women, they come around and they're like, ooh, look at that stallion right there, boy. Look at him. How old are you, sweetheart? Ooh, no, you ain't. No, you ain't. You a little more, so I'm going to eat you on up. You know how the older women is, and if you ain't never been on a cruise and shit, I guarantee you'll find out about older women. I guarantee you. She gonna come up and give you that nice little rosy cheek of yours, right? Your cheek's gonna be feeling like it ain't never been touched like that since your mama done touched you like that. You feel you? Right, that's just letting her know that she likes you. Her way of flirting. Right. Hey. She got the room at the top of the shit with the walkout balcony and shit. She wants the Titanic experience, so you better put that work in. Hey, I ain't got nothing against them. Shoot. Shout out all the cougars, boy. I just ain't found Cougar Town yet, man. That place is mystical, man. That's where you want to go, man. Cougar Town. My boy Hurricane always talk about it, man. Even him. He done lost the damn fucking map to the shit, man. It changes so much. It's like when you find one, when you find one and she done claimed you, bro, you forgot the directions to get back there. I used to know how to get there, bro. You start off with a left or right. You go around and then you come through the carpet and then, you know, you take a left, right, left. And there you were. You know, you come out of the other carpet and there you were. It was there. All of them were there. As soon as you came through, it was looking like some a Bollywood movie. Like a Bollywood movie, dog. They coming in and they you know. But inside my mind, you know, it was going more like how was it going? It was more like and I just felt like 600 hands just came up on me. Talking about, oh, Slim. And I'm like, oh. Who got the blue chews? I might need reinforcement. Hey, Sharkey, come drop in. Come jump in. There's so many in here. There's so many in here, I might drown. I thought I was thirsty from the game earlier when Mixed Love had dropped her track. Boy. Sheesh. Yeah, they had 2 banger tracks that were just showstoppers over there. Like, the ladies showed up. Hey, the ladies showed up, man. They showed up. I give it to them. They definitely showed up. Even in a man versus woman battle and junk, the ladies still showed up. That junk was dope. It was like Afro vibe versus like some turn up. Afro vibe won that. Right, she came out with the maracas and joint. Dun, 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 dun. Right, hey, that's gonna have me go back and watch that episode again, you know what I'm saying? Watch that episode again. For that dope mix, I'm telling you. One thing I would say is, like every week, because it really doesn't take too long. Every week, I would chop up my stream, get all like the talking segments taken out, and just string together a whole clip of this weekend on the LNSL, and then have sample like each track going, so it's like a dope little short mix. I'm saying dope little short mix of a reflection for the week. And they could drop that when you do like your Saturday, Sunday show after the week's already done. Now you got a whole thing, because they already got the mix for the intro, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they already doing that, but that's the idea right there. Y'all know how they do the little running board? It starts off and it comes in and it's like bam, mainly like I guess all the tracks that they liked or whatever. Right. Yeah. But hey man, like shit, we stay persistent all season with the consistency. What they wanted, see, here's how it was. What they wanted a house party. They wanted music in my vein. They wanted history in the making. And speak on it. All 3 of them I done played on here where they done heard it and said, God damn. And I done sent it in the preseason. So they knew I had them. We just didn't send them in because, I figured, damn, they didn't even get to submit and have a song played until like week 9 after the coach done quit the team. and that was like, man, when you figure out everything that was going on at that time, it's just madness. Because it was like, damn, penalize everybody else, but then push your own seed up. Because everybody noticed that Gooch, he went weeks after weeks. He had so many matches and shit. I think he had 1 win the whole season with all them losses. So our team was already dead fucking last at the beginning with like 14. I think it was like 10 to 14 fucking straight losses off the one guy. And they played him every single week. Because his mom was the coach. And then because of circumstances of their own actions and shit, they try to penalize us. And we weren't with that shit because we went inside there and disturbed the whole show up just like how we did. We had stopped his show for the night. Hey, y'all can go back and see it on the chat. We had stopped his show the same way we had stopped the dude at the Fake Nutty Radio Network. We had stopped his show with the chat. Because we know exactly what to say that trigger something inside you to get you to stop it, because it's a call of a notice. Right? If we're going to call the disturbance, we're going to make sure that we know. So we had started right there. You know, some of y'all were inside the chat that night when she walked off the team. I had my own shit. She wouldn't even let me get my ropes off. The same night, guess what? When we got on the show, I said we ain't even gonna speak on this shit. You know, we got a whole different agenda going on. Well, we weren't even gonna speak on this shit, but you know, we're going to air it out now. But she had quit, and the word of why she had quit wasn't because the artistry, wasn't because of what might have got said between the host of the show and in the chat. No, you quit because, like I said, of your own volition and actions that caused your own failure. That woman had a whole. Y'all remember when we were over on the Vince Shakur show? We were showing it off. Y'all remember that man's an American Idol talent scout, right? Right. So it's already confirmed that he's already American talent idol scout. So, you know, because the connections we all damn near have access to, and you see some of the people that come through and tap in with us. Well, the offer comes out, they had first dibs because, you know, most of these people knew him before. We the new guy on the block. So, connections come through, shit falls out, American Idol slide given. They rather get fucked up. And look, all of it public record inside the Discord service that we all damn near all in. But comes up, we see the person sit there, tell us, hey, they're going for the audition and all kinds of shit and everything. But we also see them posting bottles and shit getting fucked up. They even go on the live shit fucked up. You don't even normally see them on the live. They give us the social media shit where we watching them go live getting fucked up the whole weekend. Talking about, damn, don't they have the audition for American Idol? I don't think this is going to turn out like a very good tale. I don't think it's going to turn out like a good tale. So you know what? They go ahead, they unsub from us. Oh well, we didn't even know that you were here to start off with. First off, you know, most of the time anyway. But when you left, you went to your audition shit-faced. So go to opportunity blown. Then it comes back and it looks bad on everybody that gave you the opportunity. It was like, damn, you right, you did this for them. Damn, and they did that. Damn. Good thing you cool with them people and then saw your business relationship with them. And then they sit back and we see them in the crowd and shit and look and be like, damn, you could have been that. Damn, you could have been way bigger. We could have seen you on TV right now. Could have seen them on TV right now and be like, yo, that's somebody I know. Somebody from the community, they done blew the fuck up. You feel me? Like when you watch TV nowadays, what do you look for? Hey, yo, I know that guy. I know that guy. I can get a hold of that guy. Not to be like, man, they shoulda, woulda, coulda, but didn't. They lacked. They lacked. And just like, damn, how often you have an opportunity like that? Like, you can't tell me for years you were like, oh man, you know, I want to be American Idol and shit. Like, how many seasons did we got of American Idol? Star Search going on. And if anybody remembers Star Search in the past, they looking for the next hottest person. So it's like, yo, why not come through this space right here where YouTube is the new cable and all these other platforms and get your stuff evaluated. And then if it's not there, then no, it's not there. And then try to submit for one of these shows and shit, and you get up there and you know make a bigger fool of yourself. Like, I think nobody wants to go on a big platform and make a fool of themselves unless that was their original intention. Me? I'm ready. I'm ready. I done had people for years tell me I need my own TV show, my own movie, all kinds of stuff. Now, if y'all think with me just chopping up my stuff and setting it up, what do you think if somebody made me some joint and I got on there and just actually got straight serious with it? Already gonna hit them with so many different styles and joint to see what works and what don't work. Bam, the beat catches you, takes you somewhere, gives you a euphoric expression to where you didn't even know if you were high or not. But it stopped. It stopped and had you on it. Then another track, what did we do? We made the lyrics real clear because we were testing to make sure how the lyrics were supposed to sound out. That way they were trying to, they couldn't really diss the equipment. But we had an older beat. So we sent it in there anyway. But guess what? We sent the beat in and made sure the beat hit way different. We didn't want it to hit hard. Nah, we wanted to try in the advice that we had got of the pancake style for making and compressing and mixing it. Right, I ain't never thought of it. Okay, everything used to be right there, lying straight up in the middle. I wasn't thinking, okay, let me double up the beat and make a pancake and then pile the rest of the sandwich and slowly pan them in and get it all into one thing. And then what we did, we sent in a beat like that where they thought it was a beat and a song. They couldn't decide what it was at first. And then they came across and they were like, God damn. Damn, I swear this is AI. This got to be somebody else's beat. He couldn't have made this shit. He couldn't have made this shit. I said, damn, that advice right there. Now I got my shit sounding like they thinking this the goddamn AI. Like I done gave it some prompts and shit. Then when you look at the data of the motherfucker, it's like, yeah, this same beat I made like 12 years ago. And then I went back, took the advice, stemmed it back out, remade a lot of the stuff, changed the bass line up. When it hit, made the sandwich style, went on there, laid a little hype on that joint. Right, something catchy right here. Hit them with a little something catchy right there. And then put a little mosh up on there. Burn, 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 burn. Right, you know what I'm saying? Then give it that hit. Right. Y'all remember that one joint? Yeah. And then, hey, you put it on there, and even when we submitted that joint in, we submitted in like while the show was going on. I had like 35 minutes. I then put a quick little mix down on it, a little slight composition and stuff, EQ'd out the vocal lines, let the beat as it was. Then even finished out the beat, say, yo, you know what? I'm going to just put the original instrumental on here, and I'm going to just slide the beats on here. That way they could just hear the clarity of my vocals right there. And then had them and say, oh, man, you know what? I got to get that a 10 for the lyric shit, Having something that I can sit there and remember. Right, remember. Tonight, I don't know, boy. We got a 6 for the goddamn lyrics. I said, damn, we ain't never got nothing low. Like, damn, we got the DQ score for the shit. That shit was crazy. Right, because the first track we sent in, that motherfucker hit a 10 for lyrics. Then when we had the Brody Quaalude on there, boy, he shot the shit out of my track, bro. He purged my shit. I said, damn, you know what crazy? The track tonight was just slightly a little higher than that one. And they were like, why didn't you just come with your bangers? I said, why everybody else ain't come with their bangers? They've been coming with the bad collection. So hopefully during the playoffs, Hopefully during the playoffs we get some music that actually came out this year. Cause I seen like 4 artists that actually came with some shit that's been current. Like their current stuff that they've been knocking out like yesterday. And then done already had it ready. You know, like yo, that right. Couple of them had it. What was it? Shout out to dude Fat Rob, man. Like shoot. That man had a whole video. I had seen the video earlier that day where he had already submitted inside of our team chat, you know what I'm saying, the Eagle team chat in the LSL server. So I had already seen the video and I had heard the song when he had first hit me, when I think like 2 months ago. I heard when he put it on the Apple Music. When he had dropped the project on Apple Music, was like, damn, that shit dope. So they hear it come through, was like, oh man, that shit was fire. Not bad, man. Hey, our team put in some work tonight. They put in some work tonight. I think we got 2. Yeah, I think we got 2 that are in the playoffs right now. I didn't make it, man. Like shit. I had 4 matches, bro. I didn't need way more matches. And everybody that made it, they got about like 10 matches in them already. Right. And then everybody that had all the bigger matches on our team that took the biggest losses and most losses on our team, they done quit. Right, done quit. Why you think you seen all them walk-offs? All them walk-offs that occurred the last couple of days where they like, oh yeah, you know, this match versus them and the Eagles. It was like 2 earlier. Wolves versus the Eagles. I'm like, damn, man, they got a free 29.9. I'd rather submit one of my shits and get it graded and then slide of that versus that person get a fucking free score. Make them fight for that shit. For real. Make them fight for that shit. I'd rather go out and have a score added to my stats and shit, pad my numbers up a little bit versus them getting a free shit. And then whoever left from our team and then our overall team takes that L. Like, at least let me get the L off of like my work and shit. And he at least got played. You feel me? We can't be giving away no free wins, man. Hey, it's down to the thing. Y'all seen that this is what, the last week? This is the last week right now, too. So what, we got matches with like Friday and then what, like a week off and then playoffs? It's something like that, ain't it? A week off and then we got playoffs coming on? Yeah. Now with the playoffs, oh man. We done showed y'all the schedule earlier for that joint, man. So y'all start getting y'all picks in. Hey, we'll run our little fantasy thing for it too, though. For the top 10 right there. Well, you might as well say top 12 because we still got to see what seeds are making it to the final chart. But I ain't gonna hold you. I got Lingy the GOAT. And it's gonna be a top. It's gonna be like a toss up for who takes her on. It's a toss up for who taking her on. Cause everybody that's coming right now, they can all be pouring out some new stuff. And I done seen her be pouring out some of her current material. You feel me? Her current joint. Like the joint with D Money, I heard that a couple of days ago. While we were over there trolling old boy Freddie, I heard the track play that night. So it was like, you know, I had to stop trolling for a second. Then I heard that voice and shit and said, yo, I really got to go in overtime now. Right, I heard her. I was hearing her sing right there, so I really had to go in because I said, yo, where her money at? Where her money at? Done gave her a dog and shit. Where her bread at? Especially when the man said that even his own wife wrote inside the chat saying that they got the paperwork. And then tried to say, fuck the man, classy beats. That shit's fucking ridiculous as hell. How you gonna send shots to somebody more famous than your ass? Right. Don't even know how to send a shot because the man didn't even get the shit. Didn't even get the shit. You want one of us to carry the message back to the man and shit because you don't know the man? We would thought that you would know the man. Right, it wasn't that hard to get contact to the man. Wasn't really that hard. We seen him on the little thing, Triple C Network. And they hit the brother up. He had already heard some of our work that night anyway. Gave us a critique. So bam. Plus I came across him before. When we used to mess with the audio fam. They knew him. So it was like, okay, this is obviously a guy that, you know, pays attention to these little communities and shit. Because he'll pop on, be guest hosts and stuff like that, and bring his audience. So it wasn't that hard to hit the man through the Discord, get number. Whole time just contact the man and then find out some simple stuff. All you gotta do is ask some questions. And then that just give you some answers. And then when the answer that you're getting don't match up to what's being out there, then that starts to draw some stuff. And you're like, oh man, let me go ask the source. Right, remember back in the day, they always say if you have a problem with somebody, you bring it straight to them. So what we did, we went straight over there to the little fake radio network. And we popped up in their chat and shit, and we asked them straight up. Right, we asked them about the South by Southwest. The man had to dip off camera. He had to have his wife answer. Come up with some bullshit. Even his people were sitting in there like, yo, what's up with that? Yeah, you ain't said that shit in a minute. What's up with that? Uh-huh. And then they were sitting there like, oh, well, so I'm like, hey, man, how much is it to get, you know, on your event? Right. I'm a podcaster. I'm an internet persona. I'm a digital content creator, or producer, engineer, whatever title you want to give me, across many of networks. Right. I'm out here not faking. I'm out here doing the damn thing. So I want to come in the capacity of a podcaster. How much to get on your program? That's where I came at. How much to get on your program? Man wasn't trying to give me the direct answer and shit. I said, so is it the price of what's going? Because, you know, you can clearly look on the website, you know, where it tells you that, you know, submissions were by this deadline time and stuff, and then what the criteria is, and what are you submitting as? You know what I'm saying? Because you got different criteria than what you're submitting in. And then, you know, they want to see what you got and all that before they even slide it in and stuff like that. So it's like, okay. Man couldn't give me a definitive answer. Even this co-host and stuff sitting there like, yo, when was that? When is it? So I throw out there, you know, the Ides of March. So I put the date for the Ides of March in there. So his girlfriend pops up inside the chat, you know. The little boy that wants everybody to hate him. So he gets inside the chat and he sits there and he's like, March the 12th with a little smiley crying face. It's like, okay, he already know what we on to. So the guy sits there and he calls out the shots. You know, he calls out Liddy. He calls out Triple C. He calls out Quaalude. He called out like all kinds of invisible people. I think he called out all the leprechauns in the world. You know, he just had a beef with everybody that's short, you know. And then, you know, everybody that don't be, you know, using that Jiffy Lube. You know what I'm saying? If you don't be using the Jiffy Lube, you know, to lube it up so you have a good flow and stuff, you know. I don't even think it's supposed to be used like that. Ain't it supposed to be foot cream? Yeah, but he's using it for different stuff like beads and gerbils and stuff, you know. Hey, I know who he is. God damn. I know who Freddie is, bro. We've been going at it all wrong. We've been thinking of it all wrong. You know who he is? Think of South Park. Who was the teacher man? Freddie is Mr. Garrison. He was the teacher. Had the Lord, right. Remember he used to be cool and junk? And then he started having the little puppet and stuff. Then the puppet used to tell him to do stuff to himself. Then he had like the whole like thing where he started wearing a dress and shit, started dating guys and shit. Mm-hmm. Remember, I think one episode he roofied the chef guy to try and get his chocolate salty balls and shit. He just had to find out what they tasted like. He said, "No, you're going to give them to me." That's him, bro. Mr. Garrison. Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. Remember the guy that'd be like, okay. Right. He already knew about the man. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, yo, that man, yo. A lot of people going to go back and start watching some South Park now. And every time when you start watching some South Park now, and you see Mr. Garrison and shit, bro, I'm telling you, you're going to see this man. We need to just make our own drawing. Hey, Grim. Take down this note. I know he got the thing going. Take down this note, whoever on Grim computer. Grim needs to make me my own personal Mr. Garrison so we can make it look just like that guy. And then we're going to insert him in a nice little graphical edit joint that we'll do. Like some our own like little South Park type shit. Right. We'll throw whoever wants to get at this guy in the video, bro. You just send us like some stuff to the email. And then we'll try and get you in there digital, and we're just all going to give it to this guy. Right? Hey, we're going to jump on it. What they call it, jumping on the bandwagon? I ain't never been on a bandwagon, bro. But, hey, we got to jump on the bandwagon, bro. Everybody jump in there. The whole nation. The whole GB nation. Right, the whole GBA nation. Here's the wild part, right? If anybody ever went back and watched and did their research on that show, remember when they used to have the little camouflage thing that Quay used to do for them and stuff? Where it used to have a whole military unified thing where you used to look at that thing and say, damn, look how united these people were. Look how dope that joint was. He took the time and put everybody on there so they all look like a whole battalion. That shows strength. When I seen it, I said, damn, let me send my music in. I want to try and get on that team right there. That looks like something. See, somebody building something. Somebody got that big brain over there. Because when I'm watching the whole episode, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm watching. Then I hear somebody come in with some jokes and they talking some real shit. Right. That's like, damn, okay, that's what I came for. Everything else was like, Some of the music was like, subpar. Subpar, that's mixtape shit. Yeah, that's some mixtape shit. Yeah, that's just a remix. That's mixtape shit. They didn't even remix the beat or do anything to the beat. They just went and grabbed the same ass shit that I done clicked on the beat, and that shit said they got 900 and something versions of that same fucking beat. So it's like, damn, they ain't even original as shit. They just a fucking thread rider. Right, they just riding a fucking fad. They don't even know how to look and find that one beat that somebody got on there. They got 10 10 listens and shit and say, "Ooh, I know how to flip and make that shit the next banger." Right. All my bangers started off with an artist had to sit there and said, "Damn, I can't even freestyle to this shit. He got something right here. Shit, I gotta sit there and write some shit to this motherfucker." And when they did and sent it back, that shit was, woo, you heard what I heard, right? Right, you heard exactly what I heard. Yeah, you're damn right, dab me up on that shit. Right, you heard exactly what I was saying. Right, I was hearing the voice without the voice even being there, saying, the right person hit this motherfucker, boy. And it's crazy because, no, when I first made House Party, I passed that around town for 3 years. Nobody wanted to fuck with my beat. But guess what? All the DJs wanted the beat. They all wanted the beat to spin in the club and put everybody else's shit over top of my shit. Yep. Almost all my bangers. They all done been spinning in the club so many times with industry people all over them in joint. Getting blended in, live mix. But then it was just that one guy. And it was so crazy because that one guy was setting out on the same mission I was anyway. How many people can I get to hate on me and shit because I know my shit is dope? I done went to their studios and played my beats. I done went to their studio and made my beats. I done made their systems hit in a way to where they didn't know they shit could even hit like that. I done had a guy run over and turn his sub off because he ain't never heard his shit fucking hit. I said, damn, what kind of beats you be making? This dude making some go-go shit. Like literally, he was making go-go. This man went inside of his little cabinet inside his office and shit, brought out some fucking little buckets with some drumsticks and shit. And sat there and gave me a whole live performance right there and shit. He's like, yeah, this is how I get my drum samples and stuff like that. I said, oh, you know what? That's pretty unique. That's pretty unique. I ain't even gonna hate on your style. I said, shit, I be caught up in the moment. I record some stuff and make a beat or whatever like that, my damn self. I say, you know how many beats I just been out there and I just been doing something and then just made a whole beat right there. I do a whole skit while I'm out walking. Y'all remember the Freddie clip? I was at the start of the day, 15 minutes of me starting my day. And I just see the thing and in the truck and said, oh man, y'all in for something right here. This is all off the top of the head. All off the top of the head. And then they get mad and, you know, they get mad. Oh, he bought it. He's doing it. Oh, no, he can't. No, he's doing it. No, man, nah. I can't accept it. Man. I can't accept it. No, man, no, I can't accept it, man. I can't. And it's crazy because it's like, yo, that's why I say shout out to artists, man, because, hey, I feel bad for any artist that didn't get their music played that night when I had to come and shut his function down, man. We had one of the artists that, you know, we were, I guess we still her biggest supporter. I don't know. She ain't sent me no new material, you know. Bobby Kush, you know what I'm saying? She was on the panel that night and shit. So, you know, we ain't ever tell them that if you fuck with that guy, you can't fuck with us. We welcome everybody. That guy was a sub of our channel until we had to bring the belt to the ass last night. Even after tanking this show, he still was part of the sub. He only subbed last night when I bust the belt out. Had to give it to him. And then they try to get other old people into it. That's why I say, yo, it's like the divide. I'm like that bridge between like the YNs and the OGs and shit, dog. I'm like right there, born in that age where I can see where they're hungry to get their acceptance, and then the old ones are like, you know, I got to try and keep that balance right there and shit. Right. I see both of them and caught right up in the middle like, oh, well, I'm going to make you move this way and this way. I know how to move y'all around. I know how to pioneer y'all around. I know how to get y'all to work together and come together. Right. Because at the same time, guess what? If we didn't sit there and get the man attention and shit, then what relevancy does he have? His views are looking staggering. Staggering. If me putting words on a screen of truth makes 2/3 of your population disappear, then I did my job. I did my job because now it's on public record until you go ahead and you hide the little video. I don't know why you would want to hide the video. What you want to hide the video for? And then I tell y'all at the same time, see, a lot of them don't run the InfoSec right. There's simple tools that you can come on here and download anybody's stream and then get the stream and take all the beats, take all the shit off, rebuild all the stems, and now you got all the shit. I done even had people that we had people today do a pen test on our platform to see how exposed we are. Right. I say go back and take like any of my streams and joint and try and grab it, and their tool failed. One of them was able to get it, and then when he tried to go back and stem the stuff out, it came out like ass when he on his playback. He's like, man, I don't know how you did that. You're darn right. You're darn right. What's going on, Miss Crystal? What's up, my lady? What's going on with you? You at home chilling right now? Is it nice and warm where you at? Cause we got a little snow coming down. Got a little snow coming down right now. It don't look like it's gonna be like too much to really impact anything. I might say like the ground. Probably the ground just cause that little heat that we had yesterday, you know, it got to probably about like 42. So some of that snow mixed in with the early rain, it washed and made everything muddy. I'll say that. It made everything muddy back here. I looked at my yard. I'm like, man, good thing I had put down the little ceramic tiles that connect to the road years ago. Boy, I would have been walking in straight mud. Even the DoorDash woman, she came by today. She said, man, I'm glad. She said, I'm glad some people care about some people. I'm like, what you mean? She said, oh, because every house around here has no kind of thing from the road going up to their house. Most of them, you got to walk down to the driveway, and that shit's still full of ice and tread mark of ice and shit for where their vehicles is. Some people not trying to come out here and deliver their food, and they end up getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? My joint's on point. You know, I had went out there, laid the salt. You know what I'm saying? Put that salt in. I got my own little mix. I use salt and sand for my joint. Just a little bit of sand. You don't want to have too much because once that starts dissolving, you just want to have a slight bit of sand just to rebuild back up the little walkway and stuff. Plus, I do it like that anyway because by the time, next couple weeks or whatever, you know, get past this winter phase and start warming up a little bit. All that extra sand, hey, the ants will take that somewhere, man. Right, hey, nature would take that right there. The ants, hey, that's enough for them to make a little anthill and joint. You feel me? Until my landscaper come around and run them over. Hey, I done let way in the back part. I had built like my first year back here and shit, I had built me a whole ant colony, man. I was bored. I had built a whole ant colony and joint, man. Yeah, I had stacked that joint up, man. You talking about taking the like screen sheets, like what you would use to repair a screen door. Right, I had took them and got my uncle to build me some boxes. Went ahead and you know, hit it with a stapler gun, and stacked them joints up. Put a whole bunch of sand in and just let them go to work. And I had put it over top of like a little concrete thing that I had let for a couple of days, you know, go ahead, form and stuff, and then put the sand in and just washed it, man. I said within 2 weeks, man, they had that whole box like already set up. And then there were like little cogs where I could just pull from the side and just look in there and join it. You just see them hurry up, like start coming out. But some of them had like a little thing where you just move the wood, you know, just slide the little piece of wood back. But then we already had like some of the little fiberglass things put on the side, but it wasn't like fiberglass. It was mainly Sprite bottles. You know, take Sprite bottles, go ahead, take your extractor knife, cut you a little circle. Right, that way you can just pull back your thing and just look inside there. That way you can try and see what's going on the little layers and stuff. Yo, it's very interesting. Some of the little colonies, you see all kinds of ants in there and joint, man. It was like ants. Like, yo, the one I had all kinds of like big old ants, dog. I ain't never seen no ants that big. Like, you talking about like some warrior ants. Some guys got the big heads. Big heads. And he's inside the freaking thing. Like, yo, what in the world? How did he get in here? That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm looking at this hole at the top. Like, yo, how did his big ass get in here? And how is he getting out? He must got some kind of way to where he must be digging when he comes out, and then it just goes back and falls and shifts back in. Like, he just closes it up. Because, yo, that thing had like a little big head, bro. You say you probably take, I say probably about a dime, yo. You take probably about a dime. That's how big that shit here was. Especially back here, like Northern Woods, man, shit. You see all kinds of stuff. Then I had threw some insects in there too, man. I threw a couple black widows in there, man. They were done instantly. You talking about as soon as I put them in there and I put the lid on, it's like alarms went off, bro. They were like, "Oh, it's a siege! A raid on our territory!" Cause man, the ants started coming up so quick. They were on that thing so fast. Within like 2 minutes, they already had the first spider already disappeared in the hole. Then I'm looking on the side of this joint so I can see where they taking him at. And he's just like getting pulled through that joint. Right? They taking him down for the feast. He didn't get to get nobody. Then I put a caterpillar in there. Oh, man, it was over for him. I put a cocoon in there, too. I found a cocoon. I put it in there. They didn't really mess with that. It actually took them a minute for them to mess with that. I think they came up and said, well, shoot, we ain't got to really move him nowhere. They just left him on their side and just came up and would eat on him from time to time. And then you just seen something inside of it. Once they got it open, they ate like the little outside and joint. Then they started swarming the inside. I think that was like their best meal right there. You know what I'm saying? They look kind of odd. Watching them take something crazy looking out of the thing. Like, yo, it's surprising enough. Like, it was in the cocoon for probably about like 2 days. And it already was looking sort of like it was in mid-evolution. Right. It already looked like it was a mid-evolution of like the butterfly, but its wings and stuff were so fragile, and it was just like in a, you know, unevolved type state. It didn't really have no kind of color to it. Yeah. Them little creatures are crazy, bro. Like, what would you do? Like, what would you do if you had the power to wrap yourself inside of a cocoon and then hatch yourself out even stronger and shit, bro? Would you do it? Now, you might have some wings or something. You know, you might come out and got some wings. I'm not guaranteeing that, you know, you might have a full set like the X-Men guy. You know what I'm saying? But what if you just got a little teeny spouts and junk, you know, you just a little different, you know? Maybe get a little enhanced vision, a little something, you know? I think it wouldn't work out if you came out and you had wings to where they ain't even like can even lift you off the ground or something. But say if you did get some, you need to run. Tell you now, you need to run. Run. Everything you hold dear, forget about all of it. You need to run. Because if word gets out on you, somebody gonna get you. I don't know what government coming for you. For real, I don't know what government's gonna try to get you first. But if you had the power to do like some metamorphosis, like a caterpillar, who else does like a crazy state metamorphosis like that? Hey, who else is? I think it's other bugs that do that type of stuff too, where they go in like a cocoon state and then emerge back out. But bro, if you could do some stuff like that, like when would you really use it? Like you would need like some kind of downtime for the like transformation. I don't know how long the process will be, but let's say maybe it's like 48 to 72 hours. So you would have to be somewhere in a state to where if you can only do it once, you would need to tap into it. You can't just say, oh, I got it, and then go full freak mode. Because people are going to see it, and then they're going to say, yo, get that guy. We got to study it. Right? They got to study you and find out why you got something that nobody else got. You're going to be inside of a basement somewhere, a man getting prodded and poked and stabbed and drained and all kinds of stuff. And hey, they might not care about you, man. I hope that you know, the butterfly got some other kind of thing, you know? Hey, they going to have well, what was that one movie, The Chronicle? Was that it? With the dudes, they went to the party, went into the back of the thing, and they went down inside the hole, and they touched like the little device, heard like the voice, and then started picking up regular powers, but they had like that shared bond where said somebody got hurt, then everybody felt that. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. See, now that would be cool. Flying and stuff, but man, you done did your 48 hours. You done got these crazy, ridiculous wings. You in the lab getting prodded and poked. Somehow somebody falls for you. I hope somebody falls for you in there, man. A woman, you know. I hope they got sympathy for you, you know. Just see you inside that little case, you know, they done put you to sleep for about 30 years. You ain't been compliant. They done found a way to slow your gene and aging process up so that next generation get a chance to poke and prod you and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like, what makes them fly? We found his cocoon. We still ain't figured out how he was able to do it yet. Uh-huh. But since you're here, you know, you're going to be sitting there the whole time like, why? Why me? Why me? But then, hey, that person fall for you, you know, they just happen to hit that little powering down. That's the security. You're like, ugh. What year is it? They only bring me out when they want to do experiments. You know how that movie is. You know how a movie is, man. It's always sitting there. She's just right. It's always the lonely woman too, or the lonely dude that's just there. Most of the time, I'll say most of the time, because in this movie, it's gonna be a good movie. We don't want nothing bad happening to nobody, you know. After they just got some salvation, you know. We ain't gonna go back on like no Kill Bill shit where it got to start off with like somebody trying to do a heinous act and then she just happened to came back and she just gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember Kill Bill? My name is Chuck and I like the... And what happened? He didn't even get to finish that shit. She cut him right on off. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened to that fella that day when they tried to try you. I'm telling you, man, hey, we raising up some fierce women over here, bro. In our nation, we're going to have some of the most fiercest women, right? So when everything falls apart and we go into our executing our original orders and stuff, and we just start rebelling against the government and everything, everybody done got like the women that's done like chose the majority. You see, you don't even choose them, they choose you because they're going to be the ones out there putting that work in this shit, right? Right, they're going to be putting that work in. You're going to be back at the camp doing all the woman duties. You don't think so? Let some Mad Max stuff break off. You're going to be doing, hey, the men going to be doing the women duties. You damn right we're going to be doing the women duties. Because the women going to be out there taking territory. She ain't even going to have that many people. She going to pull up with the whole crew and shit. And they going to be like, we got a whole parlay with them. Bam. Go ahead and load up all the shit that they giving us for the opportunity of us coming over here and not taking them out right now. They come back to the camp, you know. Make sure you got the bed tucked and creased, you know. Good old 45-degree angles. See, some of y'all don't even know that stuff right there, man. You hit the bed, you know, crease that thing, 45-degree angle, you know, make sure it's all nice and set up. Hit that thing with like some blunt the fire if you smoked it out or whatever. Right. Put the smells that she want in there. Right. Keep her as quiet as possible. That's a philosophy I have. Keep her as quiet as possible. When you look over there, you just want to see a smile. Or just look like she's distracted by something else that's just catching her wrath. You don't want it on you. You don't want it on you. No. No, because they cut deep sometimes, man. They cut so deep, she don't play fair. Hey, ladies, some of y'all know y'all don't play for it. Fellas, we know we don't play fair either. But, man, when they don't play fair, oh, boy, you feel it. You feel it. Oh, you feel it. Any other time, you know, she wanted them, right. Any other time she wants you to clap them cheeks. Not this time. And then it goes from 1 day to a week. And then a week goes to about like 2 weeks. And then you like, hey, enough's enough. I gotta take her out for dinner for the night or something. I gotta get back in good graces. Like, good. Woo, boy. Oh, you playing a tough game. Right. And hey, most of the time it's some shit that we don't start it. Right? Some shit that we don't start it. Because most of the time we'll just say some shit and not even realize we don't say some shit. And then she just sat there and was like, all right. That's why I was like, I couldn't see how we were inside the server last night at the sleepover. And the man wife tried to comment on some shit. And I said, damn, so it went from a 2v1 to a 3v1. And I'm not even talking to her at all. Not even talking to her at all, but she had to intersect herself. And then the guy, Dream, he jumped inside the conversation like he had an opinion and he got shut down also. I had their whole server looking so divided last night because there are people like, damn. I said, oh, okay, you want some more truth for shit? I said, so you done beat everybody for over 10K and you done got paid, right? You said it right here that you done got paid. So where's everybody else's cuts? Where's the money at? Don't have me at my people. Look, it ain't that hard to locate funds being transferred across wires and stuff like that, cash apps and shit. Because anybody that's doing real business and shit, they don't use Cash App. They don't use Cash App. They don't use Zelle. They don't use no Zemo. Real business get done with handshakes, checks, wire transfers. Right, because you're about to spend some money for these ventures. These opportunities. You showing out some money. That's why they call them joint ventures. Right, you're not doing no little $5, $10 little transactions. That's why I say, yo, we don't even put the Cash App thing on here, because to even ask for a Cash App is sort of like an insult. Why am I going to come out here and ask you to give me $5, $10 toward my publication when I'm showing up the work, doing what I'm supposed to do to give the people the content? Why can I volunteer to do this job? So if they want to send me something, send it, but I'm not going to put the thing on here and say, oh, well, I got to put it here as a constant reminder of, you know, if you want to talk about my quality or anything like that, or my equipment and shit, my production and shit like that, then guess what? You see on the screen right there where these icons are right here, send some bread. That's a good strategy right there. You know, they call that put your money where your mouth is. So you know what we do? We go around these shows and we say, hey, okay, I already know what you're going for. I'm going to send it just because. You ain't even got to skip my shit. I prefer you to not skip my track if I send it for a skip. Right. I'm just doing it to show support. You don't have to skip anybody else to play my shit. I'm not no more important than the next person that's been sitting there waiting in the queue or whatever. I'm just saying, hey, bam. There you go. I fucks with you. Now, if you want to skip it, then hey, I appreciate that too. But shit, if it's bad people already there and you know it's a long queue and shit, man, hey, you can just slide me all the way to the back and shit, you know. I appreciate that you done took the chance to sit there and listen to what I had to say and my work or whatever, gave your opinion on it. That's what I appreciate. That's why I send the bread in for. If I ask some more, I rarely use Cash App, though. Said if I asked some more, then I would have sent you some more. It's straight like that. It ain't like no difference of opinion. I know most of these shows start off like $5 and shit. So bam, you already know, okay, usually $5 to go and wait. So I hit this man with like $5 and a little extra change. Say if I got like a little $7, hey, I might see the whole $7 and whatever change all that shit so the account says 0. Right, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like, yeah, man. Yeah. Just cause, man. Just cause. It ain't like I'm expecting you to return that shit and come back and bring it to me. Fuck nah, man. I done put something and invested. If I had more, I would have invested more. We got our own little ecosystem. You see, we be on here live while at work. And then some people are like, damn, well, how are you at work? You just sitting there, see? A lot of us don't have to go out and do hard labor. I done did too many years of hard labor. Then I said, man, shit, let me get a job in the AC. Okay, let me capitalize on my computer skills. Let me go ahead and use my education that I done earned. Let me go ahead and, right, you know what I'm saying, further my education so then I can work with computers and stuff like that. Get it jumping like that. Oh, let me tap this skill set out. How can I get employment working like this? Oh, okay, bam, look at all these job places right here. That's why they be like, yo, there ain't no jobs and stuff. What? There ain't no jobs, dog. I get about 75 job offers a day and get to pick which ones I want. All of them got different dollar amounts and shit. Most of the time I say, you know what? I'll take all the ones that got the lowest dollar amounts and shit. Just because I feel like working today. We had did that on Monday. I took like 23 different jobs for like 14 different companies to make like $700. When I could have took 5 different jobs. But just on the board, that's what everybody else was going for. They were bid wars. The one job the guy said he was paying for $50, and these people paid $192 in bids just to work for that $50. You talk about a whole shootout to make $50, and they don't spend way more than that in the bid for the job. And all them jobs that I got, I bid like $1 on each one and won. Had my man Grimman here like, damn, you got a whole bunch of work today, huh? I said, man, where you going? Shit, you might as well just stay here and kick it so I can run through this shit way quicker. Right, that man be in here with me all day. We showed y'all the little model of the game prototype. Right, we done changed the whole engine of that joint. You talking about all last night, I spent recoding that joint for a whole different engine because I didn't like the way it looked inside the one engine. Skill sets, man. Skill sets. Skill sets. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all got to sometimes sit back and write you out some stuff, man. Write you out like a little list on a paper. What are you good at? And then when you find out what you're good at and what your skill set is, let me know. Let me know. We always looking for good people, man. Always looking for good people in all kinds of capacities. Everywhere from artwork to like crazy sounds, effects, and stuff like that. Even if you don't deal with like creation and stuff, you know, popping up in here, chilling with us, enjoying, you know, sharing the content and stuff like that. We appreciate the crap out of that too, because shoot, we got mad people that share our stuff. I go back at some of these Discord servers and stuff. I'm looking, I see some of the people jump up in the shows I'm at and junk, and I'm like, yo, whoa, hey, yo, what's good with you? What's good with you? Salute. And we got the dude, Sean Crease, he's everywhere, bro. When I say everywhere, like, yo, this cat is like all in the YouTube space. We go to Connect Work, he there. We go to LNSL for the games and joint, he's there. We go to VZSU, that man is there. Right, he got his tickets for all the events. Right, he got that community pass, bro. That joint is more official than what Ticketmaster got for like a season ticket. That man done bought the year passes everywhere. Hey, he said when he shows up to the amusement park, he's getting on all the rides. On all the rides. He don't care if the signs that have to be like this tall right here, you know what I'm saying? You better bring that thing and move it out the way. Got Miss Crystal, she over at the vending machine right now. Yeah. Dang, girl, hey, that cotton candy might fall off. She's trying to set the record right now for making the world's biggest cotton candy over there, you know what I'm saying? We done gave her a whole Olympic-style swimming pool and shit, you know? She just standing at the edge, and Miss Bonnet right over there next to her, you know? Then we got the other chick. She's off to the side of the junk, you know? We ain't seen her in a minute, you know? But she's off in the side trying to sabotage the, you know, put some of that extra gelatin, right? She's trying to put some extra gelatin inside of it. So when they over there start making this big-ass thing, yo, I'm telling you, you got to see it, bro. Imagine a cotton candy being made in an Olympic-style swimming pool, yo. And you put like some kind of little whip thing on there so you can whip it up a little quicker and then take the thing in there. How big do you think that thing would literally be? If you could somehow find a way to humanly get that up and to hold that thing up in the air. just to get a picture. Just to get a picture. Right, bro. I would have all the ladies of GBA Nation right there, right? Right around it, underneath of it. And then y'all all hold the little thing. So we're going to go ahead and get like some kind of thing to make it look like a chalice that it's coming out of. And then y'all can sit there and hit the sexy girl pose for us, you know. And then we're going to bring like, you know, all the rest of us right there. We're going to be sort of near you and Johnny. We're gonna be there. I'm thinking of it now. It's for me. We're gonna sort of be there in spirit for you, just in case that thing falls. Cause we're gonna have to make sure it can't fall. I don't want y'all being there looking sexy. And then we start walking up, and then the thing falls. Oh, man. I'll never see daylight ever again. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry in advance, ladies. Right, we're trying to get the world's largest Olympic-style cotton candy made and get a picture, and then when all y'all got wiped out, when me and Grimm's trying to line up to get the picture and camera set up, we turn around and it's just flat. Oh, hey, what if the candy people are there? You know, they might just, you know, the candy people got some money, man. They might be able to just cover it up, you know, and just say that, hey, man, you know what? You gave us an idea. We're going to just put like some kind of raspberry. That comes out all the projects this year, you know, all the candy that comes out this year just got some kind of raspberry paste or something that comes out of it when you bite into it. Hey, you'll be immortalized. I would fight so hard to make sure you are immortalized, at least in the Guinness Book of World Record. Because nobody would ever try that shit ever again. Oh man, all the good people in the making of this act. Hey, but think about it. Think about it though. Hey, think about it though, right? That would be a dope ass pick if we could pull it off and shit, dog. That would be our own interpretation of like Lady Liberty type shit right there with cotton candy, bro. Y'all didn't see Vanna and Hurricane new video earlier, bro, where she had on that, looking like a piece of cotton candy? Right. Imagine if they all wearing outfits like that. Some kind of outfits. Sexy girl type stuff. You know, come on. All we got to do is tell them come out there looking sexy for a video. I guarantee she going to come out with something that you ain't even thought was sexy. Right. They could have all came out there with their work attire on. And their own version of sexy. They ain't got to be all, you know, curves and everything showing all nice and tight on them and all that, you know what I'm saying? She could have came out there with her collar already popped, know what I'm saying? Couple of guys that she got right behind her with a little purse leash and stuff like that. They got the little fans and junk in them. Like, all right, y'all ready? Line up for the shot. All right, let's go over there and get in the picture, Grim. Right, and they looking over there. Ding, you talking about mad e-girls. Woo, boy, yeah. So, yeah. Hey, it's something about them, though, man. It's something about them because it's a rise right now. It's a rise. If you look at, like, last 7 years, man, e-girls are on the scene right now, man. You got more and more females that's hopping into the streamer landscape. And, all of them got to go through to go through the gauntlet too to get that. I think everybody got that gauntlet, man. Everybody got to run their gauntlet like their first couple of years getting in here before you start figuring out where you can improve and fine tune and stuff. It's like a gauntlet. And ladies, y'all got it worse. You got it worse than us fellas. Us fellas, we got to worry about some dude trying to hit on you. Some idiot that's coming through that thought he was funny. He needed that 15 seconds. Or you get some chick that's just so disgruntled and joint that, she just want to cross countries and come kidnap you and shit, Hey, I can't cap on it. Y'all know that shit true. Y'all done seen it. Right. But ladies, y'all get it worse. You get it worse. You get these, man, y'all got the pervs. You get hated on by your own sisters, and then you get the pervy factor that comes through. Some guy see you on there and shit. He all nice and lonely at home and shit. He done did everything he could. But he can't shake you. He comes back every single day. He done fell in love with you instantly. Right, watching what you were doing. He done fell for you. Head over heels. And he's one of them he's one of them hopeless romantics. So he ain't stepping outside to try and find something. And he's just gonna be nagging you the whole time, trying to make you feel uncomfortable. That's why you can say it's like a gauntlet, because after a while you just get to it like, this guy think he really got a shot with me. Right, I done seen most female streamers sit there and dog dudes out inside the chat, and I'm just sitting there like, God damn. Damn, that's how she's giving it up. But then you go back and watch the whole stream. Because you can't come in the middle of something. You really can't come in the middle of something. And then just cast an assumption unless you're going to sit there and say, well, this is live. They usually go live for a couple hours. Let me go ahead and skip back. Okay, catch what's going on. Because they obviously talk about something. So you want to go back and say, oh, well, what did they talk about? Who are they getting on right now and shit? Right. What do I need to catch up on before I get in here and say something? Because it's one thing to show up to a party and not know all the facts. And then you come in and you try to be like, oh, nah, it's such and such and such and all this and all that. And it's like, where you been at? You just got here, right? You missed all that. They got to like this point of like a boiling point. All right, could it be like that? But they don't want to go. We tell them, hey, if they want to play, they can play, man. Words on a screen is like the new ammunition for like your cell phone or your keyboard. It hits them as if they got shot, but guess what? They're not unalive. But it had the impact. It touched on something that they done forgot was one of their weakness, feelings. And then if you know how to fine tune it, then you can just go ahead and say, ooh, how can I hit this guy if I wanted to? Ooh. Everybody already knows Bam, he's married. Everybody already knows Bam, he got many kids, supposedly. Everybody already knows, Bam, this is what your internal, your house look like. Right? So it ain't that hard for me to sit there and say, well, look at this house here. This definitely looks like a trailer. Mm-hmm. You see from where he's sitting at right here in the living room to where the kid just ran off behind him. Right, the kids are very good at giving away locations on people. Because all we have to do is look and say, oh, look, that little boy was leaping right there on the floor tiles. It took 15 floor tiles to get to him. And just see, them floor tiles right there, oh, yeah, they're specifically made in 12-inch increments. Right, in a 4-tile pattern. So if it took that little kid who's about this height right here, so his leg width will be about right here. So if he jumped from here to here, And he's trying to avoid the cracks, apparently, because, you know, step on a crack, break your mama back. Y'all remember them old little things people used to say? Right, so he ain't going to want to step on a crack, but he'll go line for line. Toot, 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 toot. It's logical. He was already doing some stuff rolling around like he was auditioning for American Ninja Warrior Kids Edition. Right, that's what he was doing. He ran in there, Dad! Milk. Eat. Right. It was crazy because that one episode of shit was so fucking crazy. I said, damn. Everybody ain't watched what I just watched. Right. We didn't watch the man on camera striking his kid and shit. Get your ass out of here. I told you too many times. Then gets in the chat and said, oh, I hit his pamper. I said, we just watched the kid run off right there. Right. I was kind of ashamed at what I just seen on the TV because I just seen the kid exposed run across the goddamn fucking kitchen and shit. Butt ass naked. And you talking about he had a pamper on. Damn. I got up that day and I went in there. Man, I sat there. I took a whole like shower and shit. Tried to wash my eyes. To try to get the shit out my eyes. Right. Was like, right. But that's the shit them PDFs do, man. PDFs, man. And then here's the wild part, because, bro, the man really wants somebody to find him. I swear he wants somebody to find him because we can, like, yo, we found out all the simplest stuff off you by looking at the list. So it's like you must got some witness protection on your ass. Who you talk to, man? Who you snitch on? Who do you got inside the yard right now on some foolish shit that you don't play? Can I tell you what? You ain't taking nobody inside my little nation and nobody that I mess with. And we already know that you done tried to set up some traps to try and get the homie Q. That ain't gonna go, bro. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. I guarantee you on that. I said, that's a dope brother and joint dreamer trying to live out his dream and shit. You ain't gonna rob nobody of their freedom and shit. You can rob them for their money because they fucking idiots. They fucking idiots. They want to give you money and you beat them all day. Then hey, that's what idiots do and shit. But try to take away somebody's freedom and shit, I refuse that. Refuse that. I'll put the mission in my damn self. And I told you, you're not that far, my boy. And you know the wild part is, like, I even know some people that can easily go check in as soon as tomorrow. As soon as tomorrow, and can really get some actual facts on some of this shit that you been saying. $218 can get my boy there on a 7-hour flight. 7-hour flight. It's going to take even longer because of how the time shit goes. But the estimate says 7 hours and some change. You can fly right in to Texas at the airport. And they usually go talk to the organizations in your area and see if anybody happen to know your goofy ass. And he going to go straight talk to the bros. Right? He going to go talk to the Bloods first. And then if I got to send my cousin out there too, then shit, he'll find whoever your big loke is. And then we'll inquire. And then if the dude wants to play even more games and you want to try and get your dude that's, you know, supposedly loke and shit, hey, we can send him to his neighborhood too. His old ass can get touched too. Right. Because we ain't sending people to do nothing to you. All they got to do is go grab a picture for me. And like I told you, I'm going to send the picture straight to you in the mail. Straight to you in your mail. And then if that doesn't do it, then I'm going to put bags of shit on your front porch and light them on fire. And if that don't work, then I'm going to show up. And I'm going to even call you. I'm going to show you how good I am. I'm going to have a phone number by then. I'm going to even call you before I show up. And then we're going to go live the whole time. The flight there, in the airport, flirting with wherever we go, have a nice meal, catching the ride to wherever you're at, showing up to the places that we know is your vicinity. By then, you know, we'll have all the other brodies that done dropped and say, hey, man, he's at this house here on this street with his address number. Then when we catch, like, the ride, we're going to be in there live, more static. Hey, guys, we showing up on Freddie today. Oh, boy. I'm going to stop by Walmart first. I'm going to stop by your local Walmart first, you know. I'm going to go grab some tape. You know, you got to go get some tape. You know, I'm going to go grab a whole set of boxing gloves. You know, they got them on sale for about like $189. Might be able to get that blue light special, you know, where you at. Hey. Mm-hmm. And then we can box it out, bro. We can box it out. I even buy you a little head thing. I'll buy you a little head thing so you can put it on. So when I keep dotting your eye and shit, you know, you at least got that cushion that doesn't let your shit get black the whole way. You'll have a little mark right there, a little blemish, you know, but your shit won't be completely black. And plus, if you get knocked out, you know, that thing protects your head and your neck. Yeah. 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 But remember, you want to knock out my teeth. You want to knock my teeth out, so this is the perfect opportunity, bro. Let's do what they call, right, let's do what they call a brand battle, man. Let's do a brand battle. Oh, shit. Damn. We can't even do that. We can't even do that. I forgot you lied about having a business or even a brand. Your shit's a copy of something. Damn. That's crazy work. Crazy work. It's okay. You see how when we put up our little thing, you know how we have the little copyright tag right there? Yeah. Yeah, you see, because I went ahead and I started doing the paperwork and stuff, right? And then I looked on there and I found out some stuff. And I said, oh, well, you know what? We have to do this the correct way. Right, we have to do this correct way if we want that copyright thing. Well, a couple of things we had to clear up before they even gave us the little thing. Right, because that ain't something that's really on a keyboard for you to just put on there and copy. Right, they issue you that. Mm-hmm. And guess what? Couple of things we had to fix just to get it. They were like, okay, so what is GBA Radio? That was the first question. I said, oh, that's a good one. Game Broken Again Radio. They were like, okay. That pretty much summed it up. Pretty much summed it up. They wanted to make sure that we weren't infringing and copying on anybody else's stuff that's out there. From Image to Lightning or Association. Because if anybody do their research and you type in GBA Radio, you will find out that there is also GBA Radio, where that's a whole syndication of radio networks that plays over in the Great Britain and the UK region. And it just so happened that when we came up with it, we were already trying to fill out some stuff to say, oh man, who got the biggest radio syndications out there? And we came across that and said, well, why don't we just go ahead with this name here? And then if we have problems down the line, it's always subject to change. And you know what? They had no problem with us putting it exactly the way it is, GBA Radio. I thought the only complication was they might tell us to put G.B.A. Hey, God. But I had no problem with that neither. It would have still worked out. Right. You got to get your publication and stuff in order. And then some people are like, oh, man, he just sitting there capping it, John. He don't know about publication and stuff like that. Well, if you trying to go and try to get on something that people have been watching for so many years and it's a household thing, you don't think you don't have to come with your paperwork in order? You don't think these network execs, when you go for that business meeting and junk, they don't want to see a promo or demo, something they don't want to see what they're about to get in bed with? And I mean bed with as in like the business sense. We ain't thinking on no Diddy type junk. We don't play that. But just for the opportunity. See, even on opportunities and stuff, it's like, hey, we submitted 16. 16, and we done got back a notice on 3 that it was like, these are received. Now, the 3 that we got notice on were the latest submissions that we just recently put in there. So it's like, okay, maybe wait a little longer, or maybe I have to resubmit those. Or maybe they didn't go through and meet what they were looking for. So you can't never really be negative, man. You can't be negative and say, oh, man, these motherfuckers hating on my shit. Not if I'm coming to you, trying to get my business right, coming to you, saying, hey, man, I got something I believe could be the next thing on here. If not, thank you for the opportunity and even giving me the opportunity to try, or even being out here for me to even want to try and pursue this. That's how I see it as. Because everything works in its own seasons and at its own time. I like this. I always done already heard. And plus, it's like all the good people that, freaking that always believed in me and junk when they end up passing from the world, I ain't never got people that were right there in the position where they needed to be at. And even on the daily. Like I told you, if y'all watched the Connect work yesterday, y'all see who came through. You see who showed up. And then even then, them people are reachable. That's why I said, man, shout out them brothers, man, over there putting that work in, man. And then shout out everybody else in the audience and John too, you know what I'm saying? We got Sharcrease out there. We got Miss Crystal out there. Yes, she is. Yes, indeed. Hey, y'all stay away. She done already chose. Now. If she get tired with me and she choose y'all and junk, then, then there you go. I don't pick them. They pick. And if they choose me, hey, I appreciate it. Because there's many of them out there. There's many of us out here in this field. And plus, hey, we all on the same ship anyway. So, we build it for a new civilization and stuff anyway, once this all gone and the revolution gets started. Right, when the revolution gets started. So y'all have all them options right there. Some of y'all can go Mad Max. Hey, ain't gonna really be no rules and stuff. We just gonna go ahead and leave y'all. Y'all want the U.S. You can have it. We're going to our own little island and we're just gonna get away from y'all and just watch y'all and shit, Just watch y'all like. Remember the Purge? That Purge movie, what was it? Purge Forever? Right, when it's some stuff like that, we might just hit Mexico just to grab a boat to hit the ocean. And we're just going to ride on the coastline of the ocean for a distance. So we're outside of... What they call that? The vectors of fire. Right, we're gonna make sure we're outside of the vectors of fire for anybody with a good shot. So we're gonna be way far out there. So if you're shooting, you're gonna drop your shots low. And then we're just gonna be coasting until nighttime, and then we're coming and jacking your plane. Plane, boat. They might want a helicopter. I'd rather have the plane. Them planes that ride on the water. Just in case we need to put that thing down, we at least got something that's going to be right there floating for a period of time, so we ain't even got to be out there exposed to the elements and junk if we do run out of gas on the ocean. And if we got a working radio, then guess what? We can call for help. Hopefully the Ghost Guard and stuff is out there, come save us, and hopefully they ain't started purging on the boat. Man, what if we get picked up and everything seem all cool and they on there purging this stuff? We done missed all the signs. They trying to get to us. Right, they trying to, oh yeah, y'all guys already and ladies and stuff. Come on the boat. Yeah, How y'all doing? Y'all all nice and cold. Hey, y'all look like y'all can have us all a meal, Right, we sitting there eating the crew, wondering why it's so quiet on the boat. They done fed us the crew. Right. Done gave you the shirt that said Billy, Bobby, Marianne, Peggy Sue, Frank, Cody, Dante. Right, all these uniforms we got to choose from to wear and stuff. Cause we sort of like cold and stuff, ain't ate in like probably 2 days. And then we get on the boat. They got the whole gourmet. We sitting there, oh man, yo, you sure? And realizing, where the crew at? This is a big boat for so many little people. And it's like this guy is like the only type of survivor, and then we see some random people. Like, what in the world? Man, y'all got meat out here, man. What? Tastes extra gamey. I know, man. Hey, you wouldn't even know that you ate somebody. Like, how would you really know? Chris Gaming, what's good with you, man? What's up with you? Where you coming from, brother, man? Where you coming to us from? What's your region look like? What he say? He be low key watching when he be voted. No music. Oh shit! Yeah. Hey, I seen one joint that was on there, man. It was a neon kitty laser, some kind of joint, man. I didn't know what it was about. All I knew is they had it on the TV, and somebody was obviously getting paid. I said, well, can't not they hustle because they got right here. So I said, if something like that was created, and they obviously had some success, and I didn't know what it was, but still watched it. Good idea. They knew somebody would be up in the middle of the night smoking out, and then they put some kind of cat thing with laser eyes and all kinds of disco themes and like EDM, like ambient type crazy music and stuff, and it just got you sitting there like, oh snap. I didn't even drop no acid. I'm smoking some weed, but damn, I got an acid high right now. Good. Them colors got my high just. Yeah. That's like the bro, man. We hit him out earlier, you know what I'm saying? And he talking about, man, you know how it is around here, Slim? I'm like, what you mean? He's like, everything gets sold.
Smoke, rage, and rage is your gift. Like the great Achilles, never let it go. It will carry you to greatness, my champion. You have something. I knew it from the start. The Greeks call it Timos.
I don't give a fuck, back it up, get it gone. Niggas knock under the door, another rock getting old. Work them down the dogs, work a brick in the tub. Every goddamn gram, even crumbs getting old. I'm pushing the needle, move beaches and beat fiends, line for seasons. Every drug to police, crack bud and leaders, leave them lying speechless. Everything for sale, goddamn it, getting old. I don't give a fuck, back it up, get it gone. Niggas knock under the door, another rock getting old. Work them down the dogs, work a brick in the tub. Every goddamn gram, even crumbs getting old. I'm pushing the needle, move beaches and beat fiends, line for seasons. Every drug to police, crack bud and leaders, leave them lying speechless. Everything for sale, goddamn it, getting old. How many grams can a man handle? I push more work than a panhandle. I've been pot scraping since the fan vanished. Keep a nigga more full than a ham sandwich. Nigga highway hopping like a damn savage. I ain't never give a fuck. Push the pedal to the floor. Fuck a blue and red light when I'm bag stash. I'm a hustler for real. My nigga break bread, play games, get killed. My nigga put it down anywhere I'm in the field. My nigga ride out in anybody real drills. My nigga everybody think it's game till they kneel. My nigga slow motion gun butt to the grill. My nigga shoot the shit out these fuckers for real. My nigga I don't know why they front like they getting money for real. My nigga I am all G. I don't care what a motherfucker call me. Nigga paper ain't straight, better call Jesus. That's the only reason they can stall me. Nigga certified stepping using all feet. Keep applying the pressure, bitch, both knees. I'm a stackmatician, hold both keys. If you copping, head out to the project, motherfucker, come show me. Every goddamn gram getting old. I don't give a fuck. Back it up,
more racks, business stay hot this week. Still got 2 bags in the truck.
I'm pushing the needle, move beaches and beat fiends, line for seasons. Every drug to police, crack bud and leaders, leave them lying speechless. Everything for sale, goddamn it, getting old. I don't give a fuck, back it up, get it gone. Niggas knock under the door, another rock getting old. Work them down the dogs, broke a brick in the tub. Every goddamn gram, even crumbs getting old. I'm pushing the needle, move beaches and beat fiends, line for seasons. Every drug to police, crack bud and leaders, leave them lying speechless. Everything for sale, goddamn it, getting old.
Man, you gotta watch out for him, man. Gotta watch out for him. The man even sold my toilet. Sold my toilet paper. I told you, man. Hey, everything got sold. That man wasn't playing the junk, man. Came over here, toilet paper, curtain rods, even the shingles, the blinds, everything got sold, man. He wasn't playing. Hey, I remember I went to a job interview one time, yo. It was a marketing thing, and the guy had on the table 5 objects. And to get the job, what you had to sell an object. I watched this dude, he tried so hard to try to sell a pen, bro. You know how like that Wolf on Wall Street, how they did the little thing? The guy thought he was smart. He was trying to use the same line and shit. Man, he didn't get the job. The guy said he would never hire him because he had no kind of outside thinking of originality. That dude was astounded. Talking about, oh, I got better education than anybody in here. The guy said, oh, that might be. But book smart and common sense is 2 different things. Man, I sat there and laughed that day, and Johnny, I just looked at the guy and was just like, you know how you give the gentleman nod when you understand and you ain't even got to get no indication really that you understand, but you just look at each other and you just go and be like, and then he looked back and was like, it was like we were synchronized. We understood that guy wasn't getting the job. That's what I understood. Mr. Ivy League, so-called scholar, man. You thought you were above everybody else. You ain't got the job now, boy. But everybody else had a shot. I ended up getting the job. My boy, he got the job. Right. And then this dude from a whole other city, he ended up getting the job. We only went to hired out of like 40 people that day. I went in there, you know, smelling all nice and fancy. Got my collar shirt on. Had my tie on. My slacks nice and pressed the night before. Then iron my shirt out, you know what I'm saying? Nice and starched that joint up. Then put on my Calvin Klein, came out that joint, you know what I'm saying? Then put my Peru on here, right? I done went inside my jewelry thing and sat there probably about 15 minutes and said, what watch do I want to wear? Right, because I got a nice little collection of watches. Right, what watch matches that I deserve this job of energy that I'm coming out here with? Because they already, right when you get in an interview, you know, they sitting there chatting with a guy. He walk around the room the whole time. You know, he ain't even present inside his own space. The moment I came in there, he wasn't even present. He wasn't even comfortable in his own space. He got up. I'm pretty sure everybody else, because you can watch through the little glass. Everybody else he sat down for. But he was so antsy walking around the room when I was in there. It's like, okay, yeah, he's gonna try and be indifferent with this. Nah, this gonna play out. So yeah, I had to be on my 10 with it. Threw him a couple of jokes and got him calmed down. By that time, he started sitting behind his desk. Then he actually looked down on his desk. Once he sat down and started actually reviewing my resume, was like, damn, you asking me all these hypotheticals and junk. The man even asked me where he could cop some tree from and shit. A setup. Everybody else was telling him where they can get some trees from. Trying to be underneath the guy's shoulder and shit. He already was telling me, he was like, man, I don't want hire nobody for us and shit that's kissing my ass all day. He said, I don't want that. He said, I got that at home. Between my wife and kids. He said, I got aggravation, I got passion, and that sometimes it becomes hell. I'm already trying to sit there and bond with him and be like, man, shit, you know, I done been in some relationships like that, you know, hey, I done seen the angles, right? Live and you learn. I done seen. I was like, oh, then, hey, look, when he said that was the opening joint. He was like, oh, yeah, you've been in with, you got any kids? Nah, man, you know, but hey, I done raised many of people's kids through these relationships. Right. I got like a 17 and 18-year-old that still call me up every nowadays to this day and jump. Be calling me up talking about Papa Slim. Papa Slim, because I was there in their life and shit, you know. And they still call me up on some shit. And he's like, Lord, right, these grown-ass women now and shit, becoming young ladies and shit, calling me up like I'm daddy and shit. Right, for some stuff. Like, I ain't supposed to know. Oh, you had an accident at school? I don't know what to tell you on that. Go to the nurse office. Right, go ask another woman. Right, go ask the nurse. She take care of you that. She'll sneak you right out of school, probably give you a ride right on home. Mm-hmm. Go tell your mom. She know how to handle that thing, right? You becoming you, full lady and shit, right? Or whatever. One of them called me like 2 weeks ago and shit, talking about, oh, you know, and this boy was being mean to me and shit. I said, hey, you know what you do? Run up and kick him right in the shit. I guarantee he'll be a little nicer. And if he want to swing on you, tell him you know somebody that would come and finish him off and shit. Tell him that he's on YouTube and all the social media networks. He got a nice network, right? He got a nice network. He'll find you. And like she turned the little camera around and put a little boy on there. And she was like, don't put me on camera. Hey, man, I ain't got no problem with her. I say, hey, you messing with something but mine, man? Messing with something of mine that I love? We got some problems. I said, look at you. Looking kind of sweet. Looking kind of sweet. You just throw the chin over there on him and shit. You looking sweet. Your voice got that little squeak to it, huh? You just play along with him on camera and shit. Just put that intimidation factor. You're already fucked up and like, oh man, she done turned the camera on me and shit, right? You always gotta keep that strong front. You just go ahead and just lick your lips a couple times and shit. Just, I done seen plenty of you in there. Oh yeah, I know you. I know you. I know what happened to you. I got somebody want to meet you. Right, I got somebody want to meet you. What's up? You want to fight? Want to fight something of mine? You want to fight? Let's go. Let's go. They never want to go, man. They never want to go. Especially at like that age, they don't want to go. They might think they want to go, but they don't want to go. Because what's going to happen is, bam, you know, both of them going to get hit with some assault charges and shit, you know. He ain't got no money. It might be his first little shit. Maybe it might be a little bad kid and shit. So, you know, he might get in there a little long. He ain't going to be able to bail him out. He can't bail himself out. Then while he in there, see who's going to help him at that point once the door shut. Once the door shut, I'm going to really beat the shit out of you. What y'all think? I should get back in the MMA, right? I'm thinking so. I should get back in the MMA. We got the Circuit of Bound here, too. It starts back on March the 16th. Yeah. Eastern Shore martial arts. Full on contact MMA, like UFC style and shit. And we got like 2 guys from around here that's already done went and put in applications to try to get on with the UFC shit. That's the wild part too. Then a cat that my boy that I be telling y'all, Thumper NJ, his cousin's already inside UFC and shit. I had to see paperwork to confirm it, you know, because my boy be saying some shit to the time, but you know, his cousin is in. The dude, what is it, Jekko from out of Jersey, South Jersey, right there from Vineland and shit, my boy's people. His third cousin. That dude, hey, watch out for him in UFC too, because he's a fucking fast contender. He's definitely a fast contender. He's already started off, I think, with like about 4-5-0 since he's been on UFC. Yeah, that guy, he got the potential and shit. So, hey, man, South Jersey, y'all stand up, man. Y'all people stand up, bro. Y'all got somebody, right? Y'all got somebody with their hands right now out there on the stage for the world. Put y'all little city on there. Plus, hey, you know, I'll be back out there sometime later this year, too. Right. Plus, if anybody know, you know, Jersey got slotted for the next Olympics. They're hosting the next Olympics. So I already plan on being out there during the Olympics. In some capacity, I'll be out there for the Olympics up in Jersey during that the whole time when the Olympics going off. Right after I'm in the crowd podcasting or whatever. Or if somebody that we know happens to get lunchtime. Right, if we can get lunchtime on there. Whoo, bro. Imagine lunchtime playing at the Olympics and shit, bro. They tried to throw a joke and said the Special Olympics and shit, but yo, lunchtime playing at the Olympics. Ooh. Right, I say, yo, let me carry the torch out there with the 6'7" on. With my 6'7" mask on. And then let me have a one night only performance for that shit. Hey, bro, everybody in the world be watching the opening ceremony and enjoy it. Everybody. And Miss Crystal, you gotta send me some artwork, sweetheart. Right? Send me some artwork. We gotta practice. You know, you might have to go back earlier in the stream and look at the showcase for what we had showcase for product coming out later this year. But you know, some art, some custom art. You know, we'll make sure you sign it. So when we put the product out, you know, I would like to put y'all on credits and then, you know, do some kind of split share if it takes off on like popularity or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But put your art inside of our game as like little maps and stuff like that. That way while people playing the product, then, you know, there you got your artwork right there in full display. That it's on there. Right. It'll be like scrolling background art. So whoever playing like that stage or whatever, your art would be like the completion of like that stage or like that region or whatever. So if you got like some stuff that is sort of like themed, like sort of themed out, say, like we got a couple things written down here on my list right here. Something like a forest in the middle of the morning. So that's like what I was working on earlier, because you would have to really be back like and captivate something like that, you know, because the forest gives off such a majestic thing early in the morning. So you thinking like around now where it's almost like 3 a.m. This is when the birds and stuff are going off. I already hear the birds outside waking up, doing their little morning shuffles and stuff, you know. I ain't really no church for probably about another 30 minutes. But you hear the birds and stuff moving around. And then you know, at the same time, that's where the temperature goes just a slight bit because the sun comes up. So it's like, looks like Sleepy Hollow out there all year round, man. All year round, man. I done showed y'all with the snow the other night. I say, yo, dude, that's not look like Sleepy Hollow. And that was with freezing. That was with freezing cold chill air in the air. Then I done showed you and said, man, look at all this steam right here from all that stuff coming up from the rain the night before. Man, y'all know how it is. But man, everybody stay up. Everybody stay blessed. Until next time, man. Y'all know where y'all tuned in. GBA Radio, man. Turn your speakers up to the max.